guess I'll do an announcement so that people don't
Yeah,
forget about this.
yeah. Uh,
Let's ping everyone and get them mad.
get them all in. So the stream's up now. It should be. Cool. I'm gonna mute myself then, I guess, Feda, whenever you want to go fire
Yeah.
away. Sweet.
Let me see.
Take your time.
Uh, do you have a link for the stream so I can put it in the announcements?
Sure. Uh,
Hello, Flippy.
there it is. Hey, Flip.
Oh shit, I'm gonna hear myself twice now. Always good.
No pressure.
All right. So the announcement was sent. Now, guess we can wait 1 minute or something so people can join, and
Sure,
then
sounds
we're
good.
good to go.
Sounds good.
Feel the Dune process.
Yeah, show us
So
your
that I don't
personal
forget
IP there on stream. That'd be great. Thanks.
that. You never know, man.
I done it once before by accident, showing someone's phone number that they sent me a
Oh
private
wow.
message on. Literally the second beforehand, I was like, why would you send me this now?"
Yeah.
But yeah, so the stream's up. Flippy, I think you're in the actual stream itself. If things look unclear or if it's a bit weird, let us know. Um, yeah.
So before anyone wonders, no, I did not go crazy and like install Windows XP on my real machine or something. But you can't really talk about 2011 modding without having Windows XP, right? So I had to take my time and get a virtual machine going just to feel the immersion. So here we are. This is exactly how it used to be. So we got a bunch of things here from back in the day when everything was a pain in the ass. So we're gonna have like a comparison between what used to be back then when you couldn't even place buildings visually down on the ground, and what we have now with Faye and Clough. They are testing like crazy a bunch of new features that we will have a look at in a few. But first, let's have a look at probably one of the most insane and pain in the ass programs to use in live, which is this one. It's called Childhood 2000. I'm pretty sure Clough remembers this because he saved us from using this. So yeah, that's one thing. So this was the map editor that was used back then to create pretty much anything. It was actually not that bad for multiplayer maps. You could do some really good things with this. The terrain part was not bad at all, but the only problem is you couldn't put down buildings or units or anything like that. So you were forced to just uh, have terrain creation. Now this is not how it used to look normally. This gray shit that you can see right here. This is caused by a problem. So this program had something called as tileset extractors, and you kind of had to like come around and check for each tile set, check this preview and the target, and you had to make sure you choose the right color ordering for it so that it's gonna match the target. But for some reason, the tile sets from the Dune Master and from the Grand Mods edition are not gonna work, or at least I just can't get them to work. You see, none of these are gonna be matching, so we are left with this gray shit that is actually not that hard to identify what it is, but it's still a pain in the ass. Now, a little fun story. This is how I first made my very first map was made exactly like this, like with this gray stuff going on. I had no idea what I was doing. I just found this program on the internet on Fed2k, and I just downloaded it and I thought, okay, it's time to make some maps. And then I opened it and I got this. So I was like, okay, well, this is the only tool available. So I mean, you can't ask much, right? Uh, I didn't know. I just thought, well, okay, this is how it works. I'm just gonna see gray shit. But you can see when you put down dirt, this should work. It's frozen or what happened? I believe it is frozen. Well, that's a good immersion. See, that's how it used to be. Holy shit, this program is so bad. So you can put down dirt just like in the current version of Clough's editor. You can scroll with the mouse wheel, which is not bad, but you can't really tell much with this gray stuff going on. However, you have all the features of the terrain stuff over here in the block. Now, normally these would look just fine, but because of this issue with the tile sets, this is what we get, right? Sucks, but
Bro,
what can
imagine
you do
mapping
about
like
it?
this.
Sorry?
I said imagine mapping like this.
Dude, I did it. I told you the very first time I
But,
created a map, it was exactly like this. I had no
but
idea what I was
imagine.
doing.
Imagine that.
Yeah, yeah. It was just like this. I never smoothed the rock patches or anything. I just slabbed it like this with this gray fog going on. Then I put a bunch of spawn locations on it and I called it a map. And I went and played. It took me a million years to figure out how to activate it because you had to come over here and do this. And then you had to edit text.uib. Now Faye knows all this, I'm pretty sure. So it was a huge pain in the ass to play this. So for a long while, I didn't know what to do with the map I created until I eventually figured it out. But the one thing I want to talk about is you could actually use this piece of shit to create single player missions. Now you're gonna ask me how, because this doesn't look very promising, right? And you'd be right, it doesn't look very promising, but you can do a bunch of stuff and get around it. So let's say we want to open Ordos 9 version 2 because everybody loves this mission, right? And you can already see like these are the cliffs, and if the tile set thing would work properly, this would actually display just fine. And just to have like, I guess, the main view of the map and how it should look, we can fire up the real bad boy and have it here, so we can check it. So this is Clough's tool. Not sure which version though. I guess it's 2.0 because it has the structures editor, but we'll get to that later on. So back to this, back to my old friend. Now, as I said, you can see the cliffs and everything, so this is normal. However, you can see this spice thing going over the rocks. Now, when I first opened it and I looked at this and I saw all this stuff, I was young, I wasn't really sure, but I had a feeling that, dude, this has to be like buildings or something. I mean, you can see the wall shapes here for the Harkonnen Palace. This is where the Harkonnen Palace is on this mission. We can see it here. This is the Harkonnen Palace and the few units that you have here. So I kind of figured out there's something, but I didn't know what to do with this information. So eventually I found out on the forums that you can use select mode to copy and paste um, one of these spawners so that you can actually get new buildings or new units in different parts of the map. So let's say I want to add a bunch of rock stuff here, and I want to put some turrets or something for the mercs to make this mission even easier because everybody likes easy stuff. Now there's a problem with this. Back then you didn't have Clough's tool to go and check it out and see, well, what is this? Oh, this is a turret. Okay, I'll just go and, you had to have this in your mind. You had to know this mission very well. So for example, I know this is a rocket turret right here. because I played this mission a million times, but you had to have all this knowledge. So let's say I wanted to get some walls. So I'd use select mode, I'd use Control C, and I come over here, select a tile and Control V, and you can do this multiple times. Now I got 4 mercenary owned walls over here. And the important part about this is these you also had to take into account the ownership of the structure or the unit. So you had to know this is a mercenary structure, not an Atreides one, because it wouldn't work otherwise. You'd get an Atreides structure if you copied that. So you really had to know the missions by heart. So this is a rocket turret, as I said. I'm gonna copy this and I'm gonna come and put it here. So I got a rocket turret. Now if I wanna add some more walls, I'm gonna come here and add some more walls, just like this. Now, of course, who remembers where the rocket turret is in this spice thing over here? Nobody's gonna remember this. So you also had to make sure you're gonna remember where you put that special thing, because everything looks the same. It's just, you know, just pieces of spice. Now, again, I know these are wind traps and are owned by the mercenaries, so I can select their spawn point and come over here and put it down. Now you had to take into account that this is a 2x3 building. So this is the space it will actually take. So you had to, if you wanted to put them next to each other, you'd have to take that into account. So the next one would come up here. If I want to go even down, this is the space again. I have to put it here. Of course, you could come and copy this and you'd get a bunch of them next to each other, but this doesn't work all the time, right? So you'd have to pay attention. Yes, Flippy indeed. It is really good that we have a better tool. This was crazy, but this was everything we had. Like whenever somebody would release anything like this with a piece of dirt thrown down here and a bunch of walls, so nothing would make sense, but it was custom. It was something that was added by someone, and the entire community was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play this. I know it's so amazing because it was custom." So yeah, there's not much more to say about this program other than the fact that it was not bad. Don't get me wrong, it was pretty good for its time, and for the terrain creation, it was actually pretty decent. Now, at some point, Clough created his first version of the map editor, which allowed us to place down buildings, which was obviously the biggest problem of this thing, that you couldn't put down buildings. And that was in 2012, I believe, when Clough released the first version. Now, back then, that thing was it was good for putting down buildings, but it had some issues with terrain creation. It was harder than using Shai-Hulud to put down some terrain. And because of that, we got to a point where, yeah, it's the autosave, don't worry, it didn't crash, but it used to do it, but now it didn't crash. So back in the day, as I said, after Clough released his first version of the tool, we had a situation in which you'd have to use Shai-Hulud to get the terrain because it was just easier, and you had things like copy paste with the select mode and stuff like that. And then once you were done with the terrain and with everything like that, you had to go fire up Clough's tool and put down buildings with that. And once you were done with that as well, then you would go over to MVI's tool, which allowed you to modify the mission file. And this is another thing that was a pain in the ass back then. So before MVI released his toolkit, if you wanted to change the events and conditions or alliances between factions or stuff like that, you have to open open the mist file with a hex editor or something like that. So let's see. That I'm not sure if I installed this. I don't remember. The hex editor I used to use back then, but I probably didn't get it, or I did. Okay, I did. So just a very fast demonstration of what you had to do before MVI's stuff. So you'd have to come here and open the mist file for your mission. And this is what you'd get, right? Now, some of you might be saying, well, what the hell is this? I mean, I don't get it. What is this? We're just looking at random numbers and a bunch of zeros and some weird ass characters over here. This is actually, you had to know the exact address of things in order to change them. So for example, I remember my very first modification on the MIS file was that I changed the starport delivery content of the mercenaries in the ninth mission of the Ordos. So I gave them a bunch of extra missile tanks and some troopers, I believe, and that was like, holy shit, this is so great. And I knew the address because they documented it on the forum. And this is another thing that we will probably try to look at real quick, and that is how the forums used to look like back then. And I do not believe that IE whatever Windows XP uses can handle this, but let's just quickly try. So WayBackMachine, actually just Google it. But I don't believe that this is gonna be able to handle it, so probably gonna have to switch to my Windows 10 machine. Trying to keep immersion here. Yep. Well, this doesn't seem to work. So just give me a second. Well, hopefully we can see this. Gonna check it real quick on Danku's stream just to make sure everything's fine.
Things not working right is peak immersion.
Yeah, that's true. All right, so we can see. That's great. So let's go ahead and look at the forums and how they used to be back then, which was actually pretty interesting when I checked it. Yeah, maybe later we can get rid of this hopefully, or maybe not. Can I get rid of this? Yes, thank you. So we can see we have entries up to 2007, but I wasn't around back then, and I started around 2011 or 2012. I don't remember exactly, but we're gonna check 2011 because that's when the fun part started happening. So I guess let's have a look at April 19. Oh God, well, this theme, holy shit, brings up a bunch of memories. So I'm not sure who was around when this team was going on. It was before Gobbleupper bought the IP board or whatever that is called, the forum software. So this is really like way back. And hopefully these links will work. Let's see. Oh yes, it does. So we can have a quick look at the stuff that was being discussed back then. So you can already see there was some multiplayer things going on here pinned, and then this topic, this had a ton of information about modding, including that thing I told you with the addresses, like what address you had to modify in order to change reinforcements and stuff like that for the mercenaries. This was somewhere in these 17 pages, which in the end ended up like 21 pages or something like that. So this topic was gold. Whenever you'd see this, you just scroll around all the pages and you'd learn so much stuff. They used to discuss everything here. And then there was stuff like this with like new level release. Some guy, oh, this is actually Grand Lord. Well, too bad he's not here. He would have liked this. Is he online? We can. No, he's not. So let's see, is this working? Unfortunately not. So we can't really see what new level he released. But it was something with Shai Alud and copying, pasting buildings like that. I can tell you because there's no toolkit or or topic from Clough yet here, so this is really early. So see, they were talking about vars.bin as well. They were just trying to figure things out. And now let's try to advance a little bit so we can perhaps see when Clough released his first beta version, I guess, of the tool. Let's try November. Anytime. Yes, the new forum software is already deployed. And hopefully everything works so we can actually see a topic or something. You can see MVI here. He released the AI segment files, so this was also huge. We no longer had to we could finally add AI to sites that did not have AI. I completely forgot about it. It used to be a big deal. Like you couldn't modify a mission from scratch because you'd have to like just use the pre-existing sites and just modify them because you couldn't assign new AI to new sites. But this fixed it. So this topic right here, this was another big thing. And this the toolkit was already released. Let's see if we can load this. I believe it works. In the meantime, let's see where's Clough's topic because it should be around here somewhere. Oh yes, there it is. So this was the first version of the toolkit, which had the missionator, the one I told you was used to change events, conditions, and stuff like that. It had the campaign map editor, which was Clough's first version of which is now called the D2k editor, and a bunch of other tools developed by MVI. So this thing was like the Bible of Dune 2000 modding back then, and it remained the Bible for many years to come until Clough basically integrated everything into one amazing tool, and now we're all using that. So yeah, the Clough. I mean, I really hope you're enjoying this. Look, this is you back in 2011 or whatever this is, 2012, and this was the first version of Clough's tool. It was giving us a bunch of details here. And I see people were so holy shit, yeah, official map editor or something, whatever this guy was saying. And this was a milestone for all of us. Like this fixed so much stuff. Like the combination of Clough and MVI back then was an amazing thing. It really jump started the whole thing. So we can actually look at another piece of history real quick, which is d2kplus.com. Now, some of you might know this website is still going. I'll just quickly visit it and see how it looks now. This is still going and it's administered by Groundlord. But this used to be MVI's website back in the day, so it was started by MVI. It still has the yeah, that was Shia Lud error. Don't worry about it. It still has everything, like all the mission mods, and there's so much stuff that was added over time. Like Groundlord kept updating this. But let's see how it used to look like in the very first iterations of it, right? So let's see, March 2012. Oh yeah, this is definitely old. So I remember all of this. When this thing was actually a thing, like this was the 8-player patch for single player, so you could play with 7 other AI players. This was another big thing. Like now we can do it with our eyes closed, right? With the CNET launcher, we can have so many things. But back then, you were pretty much stuck with 6 players, and then we found this thing where we can just enable the other two with their corresponding colors, so gray and light brown. And oh yeah, this was the first custom campaign, the Atreides campaign, made by me and EB96. He's online, yeah, but he won't come, right? Vander guy. So you can see this website was also pretty big. It was the hub of modding for a long time, and whenever you were like trying to find something, you'd come over here. It had the patches. This was for multiplayer. It had the sub houses fixed, which was absolutely huge. It basically allowed us to play as the mercenaries and other sub factions. Yes, Danko, there was actually CC Ivor was pretty active back then. Maybe we can find his topic somewhere. He was. That's when they were also talking about the high resolution patch, which CC Hyper worked on for quite some time, if I remember. Not sure what this is, but sounds good. We can maybe check this. There was also the, I believe it's the Open RA mod for D2K. They were just starting to work on it. Holy shit, is this happened back then? I didn't even remember. Man, that's a lot of time. I got no idea what this is. Sounds pretty interesting. I don't think we can view this image, unfortunately, yeah. But well, it sounds pretty interesting. We were just messing around with Tibet and stuff and finding new things. Where's CC Hyper? Can't really see it unless I'm blind or something. Yeah, the high resolution was you're right, Flippy. It was kind of broken. But they fixed, yeah, this is the hyper patch, I believe. Let's see. It was started back in 2009. Holy shit. So I don't remember exactly what this was about, but I think it was a bunch of, yeah, it was the resolution and a bunch of other stuff. It had many pages, I believe. Yeah, so there's a lot of technical stuff going on, but this was pretty big at that time. I'm not sure. Yeah, I believe, yeah, you're right, Hyper. MVI took over, so he used your research and then probably used that to get the toolkit out. Yeah, this had 6 pages. There's the topic for the high resolution patch somewhere, but it's gonna be pretty hard to find because this WayBackMachine thing is really slow because it has to like get them from the archives. So let me see, where is d2kplus.com? Oh, there it is. So let's try another date. Let's try because this thing it suffered a bunch of transformations. Like first it was what you see right here, not a lot and not a lot of modifications, just a bunch of very early things. The alliances campaign, I have no idea what this is. Let's check it out. Uh, what is this? I don't remember. Well, I guess we'll never find out because well, this thing is gone, but it was developed by Sandor. I know the guy, but I really don't remember what this was. Well, that's pretty interesting. That's one piece of history right there. Then we got the Atreides campaign, which was that thing I released exactly 10 years ago on the 29th of December, I believe, which is actually pretty scary. Like, it was really 10 years ago. Kind of crazy, yeah, indeed. That's when I was developing it, and I released it on the 1st of January or something like that, along with EEB. And then there was the mission select, which was another big thing. Like you could finally select whatever mission you wanted. This was in the menu UI, so no mission launcher back then. This button right here was added, and you could select the original missions or the test missions, which, from what I remember, two of them were crashing because they were not existing actually. So the Harkonnen and Ordos versions were not working, if I remember correctly. And yeah, the Atreides test mission, if probably nobody really knows what this is because it was just a thing that was going on back then. It's an official mission from Westwood. That was it was just basically, I believe you had a full pre-built base or something like that, and you were fighting against Harkonnen and Ordos in like a free for all or something like that. It was nothing fancy, but it was just kind of a secret mission that we were so happy to have when we found that it actually exists.
Pog.
And this was MVI's first mission, which used a pretty interesting concept, and that is the spawning of death hands on the map. So if you don't know, if you spawn a death hand, it's gonna always crash in the middle of the map. So exactly in the middle. I'm not sure if this was improved with Clough's new features because it's pretty hard to follow on them. There are so many of them. But this is what he used to do. So he used this to basically create a firewall on the map. So the death hands would come exploding in the same place, and you have to like either time your units to pass that zone without getting raped by the death hands or something like that. It was pretty neat, to be honest. And then we got the Scorachel remakes. I remember this. A bunch of missions just were made. So yeah, a lot of history going on this website. Let's just try to advance here, try to see a later date. Not sure this works. Is clicking up here gonna do it? I have no idea. It's just safer to get it back up here, and then we get the whole date thing. Or it won't work at all. What is happening? Let's try again. So let's check 2013. Why not? Because I really don't remember what happened in 2013. It was the transition between the old era and the CNCNet era, so really don't remember much. Oh, there's the high resolution patch. I'm pretty sure everybody remembers this. It was the biggest thing in existence back then. There was a bunch of other stuff. You can see there was the modding wiki. Actually, this was pretty useful, and I'm not sure why it's down. Nowadays, this I don't think you can find this anymore, but it had some nice information about files and stuff like that. And you can see there were more things added here. Mission mods, patches, you had the high resolution patch, and some other stuff. And this thing for some reason here as well. Not sure what this is exactly. Oh, I guess it was used in one of his campaigns. And then we can quickly check 2014 for d2kplus.com. We can see it has suffered another transition. Now it's not only for single player content, it also has this button here. So it has a section for online related stuff. And there were actually some you see all this stuff over here. This was, I believe this was DLA Riot server. So this was before CNCNet, like right before CNCNet, before Funky took over and added support for CNCNet. Yeah, this was the actual server that was used. So you can see we had this stuff going on, which is very similar to the CNCNet lobby stuff because it was created by Funky, and then he got the whole thing into CNCNet. But this was just a chat program for that server to play online. Yeah, a lot of stuff, a lot of history. Um, I guess we can be done with history and look at what we got nowadays. So let's bring this really quickly over here and go in the little presentation that Faye has set up for us with all the new features that Clough has been developing lately. And maybe Faye, if you want to also have a word on these, that would be great.
Yeah, sure. So
Yeah,
I posted a I posted a whole bunch of clips here. It's a compilation of various new features that we have in clip format. So
Let's run
you
the
can go
first.
ahead and react to each one, Feda, and I'll give some more context.
So I really hope you see the full screen. I'm not sure. Do you see it in full screen?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So what we get here is, let me just watch it again. So we got Tiberian sun-like drops coming from the sky, and then we got these super soldiers kind of things, really bulky and really powerful. Now you can already see the biggest new feature in this clip is the fact that you can spawn projectiles or something like that from
That's
off the
correct.
map or something. Yeah, you can
That's
tell us
correct.
more.
The projectiles can actually be spawned from anywhere. These just happen to be spawned from the top of the map, and they just happen to be projectiles that look exactly like the drop pods from Tiberian Sun. So these are not scripted to just spawn an infantry unit as soon as the projectile blows up. No, these are actually timed so that after the projectile hits that exact location, this is exactly how many ticks it takes, and here's when the unit can spawn without taking damage from the projectile itself. And of course, the unit will not spawn if there's something already in the tile, but there's the tile is damaged while the projectile is falling. So so anything beneath the drop pods, or at the location where the drop pod will land, tends to die.
Yeah, so this is actually a combination of two new features, one being the spawning of projectiles, and then the second one being spawning of a unit, right?
Yes,
Inside
in
the
fact,
tile.
these units are scripted to move to the right immediately after landing. One of them is not able to move to the right, so he just kind of stands there. Uh, but the other two, you can see those.
Yeah. So let's see, modular unit proof of concept. This sounds pretty good, right? Let's watch it in
Yeah,
full screen. Well, let's say this vehicle doesn't look bad, to be honest. It's pretty nice. The sprite is pretty nice. So it switches between stealthy assassin mode. So you can basically turn this into Diablo or something.
basically.
Well, this is actually very impressive. This is one of the really nice things that Clough added. So if I'm not wrong, you can do this switching of modes by just using hotkeys, right?
Yeah, the way that it's set up here is whenever the unit is assigned to Group 0, it changes the unit type, actually. There are two units that look identical, uh, but one of them has super heavy armor and the other one just has heavy armor, and one of them is faster, one of them is slower. So it changes the unit type and also changes certain events that run depending on which unit is active at a given time. So there's an event that runs that gives 1 HP to the unit every tick, as long as it's the super heavy unit. And there's one that makes sure that the unit is stealth if it's supposed to be the stealth variant. So it's a whole series of events that sets this up, and there are messages that play, and uh, it all has to do with the yeah, the group assignment. As long as the unit is assigned to group 0, it can swap between these modes, and that's how it works. But I did have this other idea of using the Devastator behavior to make it a deploy action as opposed to using Control 0, because that hotkey is a little bit out of the way. Deploy action will be a lot more natural. The problem with the Devastator deploy behavior, though, is the unit state 31. You need to swap out of that at some point, and that can kind of cause some issues if you're trying to swap to, say, state 7 moving. The unit tends to move back to where it originally started on the map from, which is weird. And if you try to swap it to idle too, state 2, then the unit can probably crash the game most of the time. So we've still got some work to do on rounding out, the possibilities. But I'm thinking that after we get the ability to issue a stop order, then a unit like this can be set to state 31, the Devastator self-destruct behavior, and then safely swap back to something like moving, which will not crash the game, and then stopped immediately afterwards. And that should be fluid. At least that's the theory. But anyway, enough about this clip.
Yeah, this was complicated. I feel I can speak for everyone. I'm not sure how much everyone remember, but all I can say is this is cool. Now I can imagine it's not very easy to implement. I believe.
Well, it took a little bit of figuring out, but after I got it implemented, it made a lot of sense, and I can always pass along the format and how the events and conditions work for anyone else.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to the next, which is smart AI retreats. Oh, CM's gonna love this, right? CM, tell us something in the chat, fam, because you always wanted this. So let's see what do we get here.
Oh, we got the annoying crud post.
Yeah, so we got a bunch of light vehicles attacking. See that Raider did not retreat when he was low health. However, the squad is gonna go back to the base to get some repairs. And this
Yeah,
is
only
gonna
the
do
stealth units are set to retreat.
this stealth.
Yeah,
Wait, the quads were stealth? I didn't
yeah.
notice.
Some of the quads are not stealth, like that one that's just about to get blown up, and the Raider is not stealth.
Oh,
But then when there are stealth quads and Raiders, they retreat at half HP. I bumped that up to 80%. That seems to be a better number for them to make it out alive.
and then they come back and attack the same thing, or how does this work?
Well, in this particular instance, I actually assigned. I mean, I force assigned the units to Group 6, thinking, hey, this must be the repair group, since I saw this. Uh, I saw the AI using Group 6 to direct its repaired units, but actually, the unit groups can vary. So instead, well, in this instance, I'll talk about um, the repaired units were not in a repair group, that being Group 6. Actually, locking them to Group 6 locked them into an attacking group, which is why, in the very last part of this clip, they return to the autogun turret to keep firing because they're as soon as they're no longer needing to repair, as long as the repair behavior is no longer needing to be active, they're still in the attack group, so they're brought back onto the attack. So instead, you can just unassign their group entirely, and that'll prevent the AI from doing anything funny with them until they're repaired. And after that, they're free units. You know, they can move around and defend the base, or maybe the AI puts them towards the next attack, but not towards the same one.
Yeah, well, all I can say is that turret had a really hard time around here.
It was made invulnerable for the purposes of testing, but
Yeah. Yeah, that turret is a champion, all I can say.
the system sure works, doesn't it?
Oh, another modular unit, let's see.
This clip showcases two modular units. That one that we saw a minute ago, the stealth and self-repairing one, and another one which has its own modular behavior. The other one, the stocky vehicle there, it cannot have its mode swapped to willy-nilly. Rather, when it hits low HP, it gains a heavy armor bonus. It turns to a different unit with a super heavy armor bonus, and shortly after goes into the Devastator self-destruct state. Uh, After that, it begins to self-repair, and it self-repairs more over time. So 3 seconds, maybe only 1 HP per tick. After 30 seconds, 10 HP per tick. So the self-repairing gets really fast. And then when it's at full HP, it comes out of the Devastator state and is totally fine. Now, the reason that this Phoenix mode works, whereas trying to make the simple mode swapping thing, a Devastator deploy behavior, does not work. The reason that it works here is because the unit is in the Devastator state for long enough where swapping back to idle does not crash the game because the unit's not like between tiles or anything. That's what crashes the game. You know, if the unit is on the move or something, and you try to swap it to the idle state, the state that it's in when it's doing nothing, uh, that's what crashes the game. But because this stocky vehicle here, this duelist tank, can stay in the state 31, the Devastator self destruct state for long enough, it's totally stationary and not firing at anything. when it comes back to the idle state. So it's totally safe to swap it back.
Let me ask you something. Is there this tank has another ability, right, to lag the game? Because we can all see this is very laggy.
No, the
This
clip
is constantly freezing.
the clip plays just fine on my end. Maybe Danku can play it on his stream. And
I mean, for me, it really is kind of laggy. But yeah, that's fine. I mean, we can see what you mean.
yeah, right there, the vehicle had that lightning all around it, and it was doing the Devastator self-destruct thing, but the countdown timer was locked to 10 seconds, so it was never going to blow up. But
Oh,
the
I
effect
see.
is there, and it uses that effect in order to stay in that state.
All right, so let's see, space junk. That sounds good.
This is just a little clip showcasing the Add Projectile event being used in a creative way to have some space junk crash down on the player's face.
Did we? Yeah, there it goes. This is kind of laggy. Something's happening. These videos are very laggy.
I don't know,
It's
man.
something from Discord, yeah.
I swear it's on your PC. These play just fine on my end.
Yeah, maybe because of the live streaming or something.
Maybe. Say, if you want to link these vids to Danku, he could always play them on his stream. And
Well, let's see. Can I move this?
oh yeah, move the whole channel down to voice center.
I'll just put it here. Whatever. Yeah, sync everything.
There you go, Danku. There's Danku on his end.
I'm not sure if he's here. Well, I guess I can stop streaming then, since we're gonna play it on his stuff.
Thank you very much, Danku.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's all good. So which one are we currently watching? So you watch the
Let me
modular.
see.
We watched the modular unit.
The destructible terrain one. That's next.
Cool. Ah, yeah.
We could always go back and see if the
I
see if
mean, like the other ones here should look okay.
Yeah, we covered all of them until the destructible terrain one.
Unit lost.
is that not lagging at all? That's
Unit
great.
lost.
It's a little bit off center, but whatever. It's fine.
It's fine.
The link to the Discord is here anyway. If people want to pop on, they can check it themselves.
So that's an
Yeah,
Add Projectile event. One of them is a projectile that looks exactly like a freighter, and the other one is some debris that just falls from the sky. So that one up there, destructible terrain, is next, and this was done just as soon as we first got the ability to transform terrain. And the first few seconds are really all that's important, as you saw right there. The entire cliffside blew up, and it's not a terrain overlay like it is in Tiberian Sun. Like, we actually can change the terrain outright, and it's a transformation of the terrain from its current state of being impassable cliff to another state of being mostly infantry rock. So that's a new feature, and it's really, really useful. Yeah, via trigger, Vadam. Tell Vadami. The rest of the clip is just, taking the Grenadiers and wreaking havoc as long as possible.
Yeah, basic Grenadier fun, always good.
It's a Grenadier fun. I like Grenadiers. I think they're underrated.
For sure.
As a concept, at least.
So next up is the Moor.
More. Must have more. Yeah, this one is a fun one.
Nice.
You'll see the entire cliffside gets completely ruined. the entire plateau goes kaboom. So that's an instance of doing a lot more with the terrain destruction, or rather the terrain transformation behavior than simply opening up a single cliff wall.
And
Nice.
those look like a heart. Like you did it with love, didn't you?
You did it with love.
Boom.
It has to be mapped and then mapped again in order to get that sort of result. But basically how
Oh,
this works is um, after these ad projectiles fall from the sky, there's a little timer that plays, and at the end of the timer, a whole bunch of buildings spawn on the tiles that change, and then a whole bunch of more projectiles spawn, which hit all those buildings, causing that unique explosion effect. And then beneath those buildings' explosions, which all the buildings that spawn are invisible, so they're only there to produce the explosion. After that, uh, the terrain changes beneath those explosions, which kind of hides how it looks because it's just one to the other. It would look really silly if not done carefully, but thanks to the explosion in the way, it looks pretty neat.
Nice.
so I can already say I have some ideas about how you can use this. And for example, I've always wanted to create a mission in which I can get another faction to join late and to like make sure they can't get cheesed out of the game before I want them to be actually involved. So let's say you are fighting an AI for a million years, and then at some point you have a plot twist in which some other faction joins late on. But they need to build up their base, right? So they get an MCV and stuff, but they need time. So you can cheese it out if you know when they spawn, you can just go and destroy them normally. Now this feature is actually very good to prevent that because you can just have a bunch of cliffs explode when you want them to be ready, and you can prevent cheesing with this destroyed terrain. This is very useful. This actually enabled me to create that mission that I always wanted.
Or you could straight up use block tiles, the void tiles that we never really have a use for, and then when it's time, you can transform the map into the actual map that it's supposed to be, and even spawn buildings in as needed, like
Oh,
just straight up add the buildings.
yeah, I completely forgot about adding buildings, which is another thing it's totally new in this with this new tool. You can add buildings, like just spawn it on the map. It's pretty cool actually. Do you
Yeah.
have a video on that or?
Well, this next instance if you skip to about 3 minutes and 45 seconds into that next clip, thank you, is S-Spawn 1.
Yep.
Uh, At the end of this mission, this is an instance where we don't use explosions to disguise the terrain changing. Rather, we use the center viewpoint ability, which is it's a new thing that allows us to snap the camera to a specific point, and if it's repeated, we can just lock the camera there. I can't actually scroll away from this at the moment. So after the siege is blown up, the camera snaps back up here, and we get all these units, some of which are the smuggler units that were there before. And as you can see, the terrain changed while we were looking away. So so now we've got like the inside of the siege. It's like the top of the cliff wall or top of the plateau is simply removed, and now we can look into it. But no, this was mapped once and then mapped again, and then an event or a series of events changes the tiles to what we want them to.
It's pretty cool. It's a nice
Yeah.
effect. I can imagine it being used for like a whole bunch of crazy stuff with different maps moving forward. So that'll be exciting.
Absolutely.
Next up is the animated water tiles.
Yeah, this is there's nothing more to this clip than simply the animated water, and that's it.
Nice, nice. I mean, it looks
It's just
good.
a minute of this.
Yeah.
It's nice and peaceful.
What is this tile set currently used for? Is there a few different campaigns using it, or is it just the summer solstice?
Good question. This tile set was drawn by Kipp, who is one of the best players in Dune 2000 these days, and has been for quite a while. He's also an artist, and as you can see, he whipped up quite the cave tile set with these water tiles and all that. And the tile set itself never really had attributes before now, but I went ahead and did some attributes and stuffed some more tiles in there. As you can see, this is an old version of the Fremen camps compared to the Fremen camps in the other clip. They look a lot worse. Like their perspective is completely off. The lighting is funny. But thanks to modern tools, we can we have animated water tiles. We can we can do some nice mapping with this new tile set.
Nice.
At the moment, the Summer Solstice campaign is the only one with maps that use this tile set thus far.
Cool. And could this be used for different tile sets as well? Like potentially animate and take the learnings from this for, like, I don't know, lava tiles or other further things people might
absolutely.
make?
Absolutely. It could be used on, say, a Gidi Prime map. We do actually have a Gidi Prime tile set, but I'm not sure that we have any dedicated lava tiles there. That could be something to do next.
There's no shortage of stuff to do next.
No shortage.
Cool.
You could have used it. You could have used it to animate a Christmas tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
CM, where's the Christmas tree in your Christmas campaign, huh?
Yeah, CM.
I think the last one is this.
This clip here is it's full of memes. It does have some probably copyrighted music in the background. You know, with the Nintendo.
It's low enough. It's fine. Again, like, all of these things are available on the Dune 2000 Discord. Like, I think it's quite funny how many people are still, not funny, impressive, I guess, how many people are still quite active in the community for this stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure I see posts from, like, Feda, CM, Faye, Cloth almost as well, daily. Like, you're all still hanging out and working away on this stuff constantly, which is great to see. It's really cool.
You know it, man.
And of course the ship posting videos, always 10 out of 10.
Oh, I love making ship posts. These are a riot to edit.
Yeah. Hours of fun.
So a bit of history on the ship post. This was created when we first discovered this behavior existed in Dune 2000. Dune 2000 is well, it's made somewhat by Westwood, so you know it's similar enough to Command and Conquer. But
Direction, they're intelligent games.
Yeah, it's you know, it's still got some CNC roots, so naturally, we were hoping that there would be some kind of explosive barrel round, but no, actually, there were none in Dune 2000 normally, but relatively recently, we discovered the byte that controls whether or not a structure is an explosive barrel. You know, what explosion or weapon that it uses on detonation, and other stuff like that. The system was quite broken. Like these munition styles actually, at the time they were first implemented, dealt damage in the lower left tile as opposed to the center. And there were other things wrong with it. Like if an engineer captured it, they would count as blowing up twice for some reason. So
yes, I remember that.
yeah, Degu found that out actually.
Good times.
So we've since fixed the bugs with it, and as you could see, we've got these new art assets for them. So they're the thing with Dune 2000 buildings, at least until recently, is well, nowadays we can set the countdown timer before they blow up and before they disappear to very, very low. But when these were first implemented, they didn't work quite like the CNC explosive barrels. You know, like you couldn't just blow one up and then they'd all detonate in a massive chain reaction all at once. No, one of them would blow up, and then after it disappeared, then it would deal its damage, and then the next structure would blow up. So it couldn't be used with a simple explosive barrel graphic. It couldn't be used with a simple crates graphic. You know, it would look really silly. So instead, we've got this other solution using these alternative silo assets that make it kind of like any other building, but with an explosive barrel behavior, which has kind of generated a unique gameplay mechanic for Dune 2000.
For sure, it's cool. Like it's kind of crazy. I think it was something that was mentioned in the community before about like how it must look to any of those original Westwood developers to see the current state of like all the mods and stuff implemented with the map editor now, and just get their reaction in terms of like, you guys have done a lot of reverse engineering.
I hope they see it, and I hope they love it.
For sure. I guess it's also worth pointing out and mentioning where people can actually get the most recent version of a lot of these tools, because it's great to talk about them. And I think some people who might see this may not be overly familiar with it. I think Cloth tends to usually keep his most recent versions of the editors and stuff on the Dune2k Forums, but also up on the community Discord, if I'm not mistaken.
That's correct. He publicly releases the new editor builds, which are stable to the forums, Fed2k. But here on the Discord, we're in communication about different techniques and new features and stuff that are being tested, and he'll post new executables here on occasion, which I will be the one to test. And if it looks good, we can put it forward, and if not, then we've got some polishing to do. Either way, we keep getting new features, so it keeps growing.
For sure, for sure. I'll pop this on screen briefly as well for people who haven't seen it before. It's I mean, the forums in general, if people aren't familiar with it, they can go to they can basically Google Fed2k and they'll get to it. But it's the Dune 2000 forums, and there's a whole bunch of amazing resources and things in here, so people are ever stuck, they can come here for the resources. I guess one of the important ones to point out is CM's completed mod and tools index here, which is all of basically the community's hard work and effort solidified into a single list, which is great to have. It has most things. There's probably one or two things potentially missing. If it is, you can always ping us and add it to the list.
CM is extremely meticulous about arranging this archive list and making sure that it's maintained. The OP of the thread is continuously updated as new things become available, and I believe he posts when new things become available too. So everything is in the original post here.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So having an overview of what it used to be and what now it is, I'm talking about modding here. This is just insane, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's come a long way.
Yes, and it's interesting how much it has advanced and how much potential there still is.
Yeah,
this is not over. I mean, Clough is still developing and it still has plenty of ideas from what I saw.
Absolutely, there's still a lot of potential for campaigns yet to come.
Yes. The only thing is, not a lot of people are gonna create them, which sucks.
Well, hopefully my revamped Summer Solstice campaign puts it out there. You know, just how much new stuff that we have in this medium.
And is there a release date being decided on that yet, Faye?
Well, it depends on a lot of things. You know, I was waiting on my sister to finish the splash art, which is all done, and you know what, we could show that, by the way.
Oh, sure. Is there a place on this Discord with the list of it?
I'll post it all in the Short Bits channel, and I'm also waiting on Feda to finish the mission launcher. You know, that it comes when it comes. I know that he's busy, and just like my sister, had a lot of stuff going on, so you know, it didn't come out all.
I am also lazy, so that's another problem.
Yeah,
but
we all.
I am expecting the update for the mission launcher to come out somewhere in January, hopefully.
Not legally binding. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying hopefully.
Not legally binding.
Awesome.
Feda, right, well, you get set up for the co-ops. I'm gonna go post that splash up.
Yeah, we should get ready for the co-ops. People have been asking in chat when we are playing, so
sure, we can do that now. Yeah. But yeah, thanks for running through all that cool history stuff, Feda. It's really nice to be able to actually see where all that stuff came from. Like, it's easy to take it for granted now, like popping into the Discord and being like, oh hey, cool, Clough's made this new thing, this is great.
Yeah.
But then when you see the origins, it's like, wow, okay, yeah, this is a long history of work behind it. Which is cool.
I guess the next event should be something like, let's see who can create a bear mission with childhood.
Oh man, that would be good.
Yeah, that's a challenge for sure.
Set it up for like a 30-minute timer. Who can make the most playable thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Easy. Oh, cool. So FaZe posted a bunch of the splash art for the new mission launcher, which has been worked on.
All the splash art, as a matter of fact.
All the splash art. Oh, you gotta keep something for the people to want. But yeah, it's really impressive. And your sister did all of this, Faye, right?
All of it, yeah.
Yeah.
Each image represents a certain mission in the campaign, and all of it will be visible in the mission launcher. So, yeah.
Pretty cool.
That's a favorite of a whole bunch of folks too. That actually shows the mission launcher's tactical map and mission intel screens. They were on the monitors besides the other commander on the other
Oh
screen.
right, sorry. Yeah, I know the one. This it's pretty cool.
Just a split second of looking through everything.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's like it's always nice to see where things currently are at for people, um, in terms of all of the changes. Like it's so much to keep up with. Like even like I've been mostly like playing Dune 2000 again for the first time in like a decade or so for the last 3 or 4 months, and even like the amount of stuff that has changed and come out in that time is ridiculous. So it's really
We're
cool.
doing our best. My sis does a hell of a job.
Yeah, you can say that again. And I guess it's worth noting that like this is just all people doing this in their free time because they like the game so much.
Yeah, there's a lot of passion for this game. Yeah.
It's a good game. It's a really good game. But, are you working on setting up lobby Feda?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
If
Well,
you
let's see.
have.
Well, we won't tell anyone the password, but you already know it, right?
Oh right, yeah, yeah. Top secret.
Yeah, top secret indeed.
Yeah.
Impossible to guess.
Yes, they must never know.
They must never know.
And then he proceeds to log in with it on his screen. That would not be smart. There we go. Now, for the record, people should know that Feda is significantly better at this than I am, and has many more
I
years of
wouldn't say that.
experience. Yeah.
I haven't played in a long time. I used to be decent. I've never been I don't consider myself being a top player or anything like that. I used to be good. I know in theory what I have to do, but I'm getting old. My hand is slow, and
Excuses,
it's,
excuses.
it's definitely showing. So now the only question is, what mission should we play for one of those 30 missions?
Yeah, so just to point out to people we're playing through this, which is actually on the forums, it's kind of cool.
I think CM chose some. He handpicked some missions that would be good to look at.
Yes, let me just get the briefings so we can see what we have to do.
Yeah, so this is actually really cool. It's something I haven't actually done on Dune 2000 at all. Yeah, I've played through a bunch of the community's campaigns, some of them using mods, some of them using the vanilla client and stuff like that. But there's actually these co-op campaign missions that people have put together. I know CM's done these ones, this 30 pack of 30 missions or so. But I'm sure that there are other people who have made a bunch of different co-op campaigns for different campaign missions, which is really a really fun idea, to try and get that kind of co-op experience on it.
Speaking of co-op, though, it's worth noting that there are some distinctions between designing co-op maps versus designing single-player maps. Like, for instance, we do not have any way to use more than one kind of AI for co-op maps so far. Multiplayer maps. There's one AI for all AIs, or rather, one AI that would be used for all sides that have an AI active, and that kind of makes it difficult to really round out the to really polish the AI, because in a single player map you can have one AI defend a specific area, and they can alternate when they attack the player. But in a co-op map, they all attack at the same time. The only distinction between them in that scenario is say any sort of RNG parameter that you can create for the AI or write up, and that's not exactly perfect. It's not something that you can fine tune. CM would know a lot more about this since he's designed all these co-op maps. But I, having looked at it myself, it's quite different from designing a single player map.
For sure, for sure.
I'm sure Feda could also explain certain differences between co-op map designing and single player.
Yeah, the biggest one is probably what you already mentioned with the AI issue.
Yeah, it's not as simple as just being like, oh, I'm going to open this map that I've already made, and I'm just going to add or split the forces in two, and that's it. It's like, no, no, no. This is actually a significant amount of work to do to get this to work. And yeah, it's much appreciated by those who play it. I think there is still a fair few people who are actively playing these games as well, which is good to see.
Oh, yeah, my old like the current publicly released version of Summer Solstice. If you go to that thread, it has like 130 downloads, I think.
Nice.
but the revamp is going to be leagues beyond. So, like in terms of quality and everything. So
Nice. Once it comes out.
yeah, once it comes out.
Yeah, one of these days.
All right. Well, I selected a mission. I looked for something as a warm-up, you know, that's something that's very simple and straightforward, and it says in CM's note, kill everyone. So I guess it can be easier than this. So we should go with this, I guess.
All right. All right.
So yeah, let's just see. Not sure what we're gonna get when we start this, but that's the fun part.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly.
Walk, motherfucker.
This will be me try-harding to keep up with Feda and Faye shouting abuse at us in between.
Good luck.
Ready, Commander.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Ready,
What the hell, mate? You
Yeah.
haven't won already?
Trainees out.
This, is the game speed set to like crazy fast or something?
By your command. Ready,
It's
Commander.
kind of laggy.
It's really laggy, but like
Commander.
my unit move cursor when I select a unit to move it is spinning like crazy.
Yeah, see, that's what I told you. That's why I couldn't stream. That was one of the issues.
Ah, okay.
Standing
Yeah,
by.
co-op maps also, they have this whole lag thing going on, and I'm not sure that's ever been fixed.
Yes,
Wait,
sir.
really? Is it like for co-op specific?
Orders, sir.
Yeah, you know, single
Yes,
player's
sir.
just fine,
Reporting.
normally.
Yes, Commander.
This is really bad.
Yeah, this isn't. This currently isn't playable. I don't think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Something's wrong with your internet, Faye.
Ready, Commander.
Nah, there's no way something's wrong with my internet, dude. We're Romanians. We have the only good thing about us is the internet.
If we don't have that, we have nothing.
Yes, sir.
Nothing.
Reporting.
You'll just have to get used to it.
Reporting.
The
We
multiplayer
might
have to play with this sort of lag all the time.
We might have to. Let me just try. Let's leave and let's rehost. I'll try the other.
Sure.
The other option, the peer-to-peer or whatever the other one is.
No worries. And again, we're playing this on the CNCnet servers, which are still up and running, which is cool.
Yeah, so that was actually, I think it was using a CNCnet server or something like that because it said automatic. I'm not sure what that means exactly, but
Yeah.
so peer-to-peer should be hosted with my stuff.
Interesting.
But generally, I never noticed the difference between the two. So whenever one was going badly, the other one would
Fix it.
use.
Gotcha.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope it's gonna work.
It's not fun if it works first time.
Exactly.
Yeah. Preaching to the choir, brother.
Yeah. That's the whole thing about trying to make content, especially for game like slightly older games like Dune 2000, like the original TD and RA.
Oh my god, there's so much trial and error to everything that I have to test for
Yes, sir.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yay.
This is still pretty bad.
Yeah, maybe you can host.
Yeah, I can try hosts.
I wonder if that'll change something.
By your command.
Ba-ba-ba. Create it off screen so people don't see the password. Always nice.
Oh, Darks is there. Hello, Darks.
Just make it gibberish and then swap right over.
Yeah, I just hope he picks up what it is. Faye sucks, lowercase, easy.
Oh yes, I got it. I knew the password.
Oh, nice. Psychic.
I'm pro hacker.
What
Oh,
map?
you have to add wait, it was 10 I believe. Give me a second, let me check.
Yeah, it looks right. And then it's
Yeah, it's
two.
fine. Then just add two hard AIs.
Cool. Did they have to be on the same side?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
hey
gonna
guys,
hurt.
in the chat, write /ping.
Well, I need to add the AI first.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
It's 54 milliseconds, so that's just good.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
So what do I need for these AI? Just put them on hard, and do I need to select a side for them?
No, you don't have to. Just add 2 AIs.
Cool.
To be honest, I have a feeling what's the problem, but it really sucks if that's the issue. It might be caused by OBS, because
Okay.
that's one of the reasons I couldn't stream tonight.
The
No, OBS works just fine. I've run it with co-op before.
the other option is I can always hop on as spectator and watch 2 other people play matches if someone else.
Hey, maybe Kipp comes in and like.
Yeah, if Kiff wants to come in and take on all of us at once, we might have a
We
chance.
can basically just let Kipp play by himself at this point. There's gonna be like an annoyance to him.
Exactly.
Alright, let's see. Maybe it's gonna work now. Maybe it was just because of me. I mean, since it actually hates me.
There's something else that's funny about co-op maps that is worth noting, and that's that CNCnet has it doesn't actually load the objects.
Building.
It does not load the factions before the objects placed on the map, which is why no matter what faction you are,
Yes, sir. By your command.
you always have like Atreides buildings at the start.
Yes,
Ah, I
sir.
see.
So,
By your command.
Well,
The
this
factions-
is
Building.
yeah,
Wait a
sorry.
second, why are there Harkonnen buildings over there? Did Funky fix that?
I believe he did.
Oh, excellent. Then it's no longer a problem. It loaded the factions after the buildings on the map, so everything started in Atreides
Yes,
full
sir.
map.
This is still unplayable though.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is pretty
By your
bad.
It
command.
is strange.
What was you don't remember what map it was that we tested this on before? Feda? I think because it was literally
yeah,
just
but
some
it
random
has-
one.
It has nothing to do with the map. I'm pretty sure it's OBS, unfortunately.
That's
I don't see any other explanation. I can try it quickly with Faye just to
Yes,
confirm
Commander.
that.
Construction complete.
Sure, if Faye doesn't mind hopping on. Try now.
Reporting.
Well, I'll need a fresh installation because my 30 installations are all modded in some way.
Well, that sounds pretty bad.
Seriously.
Orders confirmed. By your command. Yes, sir.
So I'm thinking how we can get around this, but I don't see many options.
Building.
I mean, I see no
Yes,
other
sir.
reason for this
By
lag
your command.
besides the OBS thing that I experienced myself.
Yeah, which is very weird.
Reporting. By your command.
And you also said you got that very quickly spinning cursor, which
Yeah, which is
Harvester.
interesting.
yeah,
complete.
it's a symptom of that
Construction
issue
complete.
from what I saw.
Commander.
Huh, interesting.
Orders confirmed.
Harvester under attack.
Okay, well this is not that's not gonna work.
You guys, Kipp can hop in.
Sorry?
I said Kipp can hop in. What if he does it with thinking?
Yeah, but the problem is we can't record.
they can
I
stream
can
it.
I can observe it if you two hop in a lobby. That might work.
Yeah, but it might be the same problem. Like, you're still in game, so OBS is gonna... If it's OBS, it's gonna be the same problem, because it's gonna lag while recording. So maybe if I share my screen, and then you record that, or something like
Sure.
that.
You can try that.
I mean, I'm not sure if it's OBS, but we can check it out now. Faye, you are not interested in playing some co-op?
Sorry, I would need to do a fresh install, and it's take a while. I'm in chill and watch mode today.
Yeah, but I need a partner.
Try Kipp said that he could hop in.
Man, Keep is just gonna eat these missions like for breakfast.
That's a good thing.
I have the easy versions installed, not the hard ones. So
It's for the best.
That's fine. It's for the best.
but he's not even online. Maybe you can fire up a very quick installation of Dune Master. What about that?
I'm on it. But
Alright,
Kipp's in
cool.
short vids at the moment.
Uh,
The short vids channel.
Oh, he is. Alright, well, I guess I can try it with Kipp. I'm not sure if I share my screen. Let me think of it. Of course, there had to be some technical issues. This game was full of them. I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Well, let's try something. I'll put it in borderless mode, and maybe by sharing my screen, people might not hear music though.
I could probably dig up the soundtrack and play it in the background.
Alright, let's try. Well, now everybody will know the password, but what can you do?
It's just a temporary password for CNCnet. It's fine.
Yeah. So Kipp, if you're here,
Ba-ba.
alright, good. So Dan, do you see my share screen? Is it working okay?
It should be. I'm just trying to get it on screen.
Oh, excellent. All right, let's see.
Let's try this one. I think it's gonna be quick. Well, if I have Kipp on my side, it should be a walk in the park or something like that.
There would be no excuses otherwise.
Right?
Yeah, so let's just see if it works first.
Kipp is just terrifyingly good at this game.
Yeah, it's
There are
gonna
other players,
put me in
but
the shadows for sure.
Kipp is just many yay.
Yes, Flippy, we can take you on a 3-player co-op if you want. I think we should have some of those.
Oh, is lag on?
It's not perfect, but it's decent, I guess.
Excellent. Then, hey, we got it.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I guess it was OBS, which is pretty bad.
How weird.
It might be something with some renderer that Funky might have updated. I don't know. I guess you don't hear any sound though, right?
Yeah.
Well, maybe I can put some music in the background or something,
Dun, dun, dun,
like that
dun.
playlist you gave me.
Yeah, I'll just get a Faye to start singing the soundtrack if that's cool. Just fitting this to the screen.
Fed, if you want to get sound on Discord with Dune 2000, Discord has to read the window.
Yeah, I know.
Capturing it though is a pain.
But the problem with that on co-op is the fact that if I alt tab, it might just crash.
It's
and
all
lag
good.
me out.
It's all good. I'll dig up the OST here and put it on.
I got a bunch of people attacking me.
There we go.
I'm just glad that Kipp could come along and save the day.
Yeah, I'm just glad he's gonna carry my ass.
Hey, it's the easy version, right?
Yeah, so you can imagine.
Yeah, he'll just light infantry only. Oh, hey, Kipp's in
I
there.
already lost the refinery, that's good. I guess Darks is enjoying this. He likes when I get wrecked. guess I'm gonna lose a harvester as well, because why not?
Yeah, sure, why not?
As
Who
long
needs
as
harvesters anyway? They're overappreciated.
You want to sell your Coneyard now?
Yeah, I could do that. And it's a pro tactic I learned from Kipp.
I learned from you.
I think I can cheese this AI a little bit here, so let's do that. If we can play like an asshole, why not, right?
You're running a special overlay on your game, Feda, with the blue water and stuff?
It's the one from War of the Landsraad, the blue one.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, that looks gorgeous.
Yeah, I just kept it around because I think it looks better than the original.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, brown. You know,
Yeah?
if Kipp records the game like without streaming while Danku is observing, then could always just get the clips later and they have sound and just edit them in.
I might need help from Kipp. Yeah, he has to carry me around.
I mean, he was always going to have to do that. Let's not lie.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh,
But
so
this
many
was
units.
earlier than I thought.
So it's one of the nice things of like when you're always streaming this game, getting your ass handed to you, when you get to sit back and watch someone else have to deal with the pain and suffering.
Yeah, exactly.
It's always fun when it's not you.
Yeah. 100%.
Let's put
Oh,
a
I
wind
see
trap.
that wind
around
trap.
me. Yeah, it pains to see that, right?
Oh man, I know your pain. Oh,
I'm
that's
losing my economy here, am I not?
losing your economy, losing your power.
It's just snowballs, this game. Like once you start losing stuff, you're in a bad way.
Well, I guess that's what I get for cheesing this AI, like sitting in his defense zone. Because this is like little things you can do in this game. You can cheese the AI if you know how to do it. You can take advantage of how their defense radius works. So if they have a building over here, this is gonna be like the upper border, and then you'll have something like this. So it's gonna be a border between the first building from the top left and the last building from the top right, and that's gonna be their defense rectangle, and they're gonna go apeshit if you move any unit in that rectangle.
Yeah, the AI likes to draw a defense area, as it's called, around its buildings in the form of a box. So if the AI's base is in the shape of a square or a rectangle, that works out okay. But if the AI's base is like a concave, like a moon or something, a crescent moon, that's it's gonna have a funny looking defense area where its units will be like, hey, we need to defend our base, even though there are no buildings here. The box is drawn around a whole big empty mess of nothing. So if the player brings all of his units there and makes the AI defend that area, well, it can be cheesed that way. Of course, there are other AIs and other ways to set up the AI so that it's harder to cheese, which is something that's easier to do in single-player campaign maps too, because co-op,
Has anybody ever looked into modifying the AI for this? I know it's probably the most awkward thing to try and do.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I did make a Highliner multiplayer map, like a proof of concept, hey, this works in multiplayer kind of map. And on that map, I designed an AI specifically for that map.
Very cool. How was that experience? Painful?
Well, knowing how to work the AI and everything, it's not too bad once you know how the AI works and you know how to configure it to your needs. Sure, you need to design it so that it works for any of the three factions, but it's still workable. Can still be made smarter than the average AI.
Very nice. Very nice.
Well, I just noticed there are worms on this map.
Hey, what the hell's up with that, CM? Why are there worms on a co-op map? What are you doing?
Yeah, this is painful. I already lost 2 harvesters actually because of the worms.
The best mechanic in the game. Randomly just losing all of your eco because of this.
Yeah, like the biggest thing about Dune was supposed to be the sandworm, and everybody hates it.
It's not random. You just have to pay more attention. It's your fault.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's always
yeah.
your fault. Always blame the player, not the map creator. Yeah. Typical fucking water over here. Just shitting on the players. It's fine.
What? You don't know everything about the map from the start? Well, I guess you died.
Yeah, see this worm? Look at this asshole. He was trying to eat us.
Oh man, this is fun. I just gotta say, it's nice to be gathered like a community like all this.
Yeah, see, you need to install your Dune so you can play co-op too.
I mean, this event is nice. I'm shy.
What
Okay?
what a
We're only
nice
going
nice way to say no.
So make me do it, mommy.
No, it is cool. It's a great thing for Feda to put together. So big shout out to him.
Yeah, well, I was like, let's see if people actually want this, and then I got like 25 people saying yes, which is not bad.
And there's Dank Extreme blowing the hell up.
I think the only one saying no was Arma.
I'll move those LEVs. Ah, the quad.
Ornies.
I don't care about the quad. I was afraid of the factory, but I guess you never know what's gonna happen, right? I should have
Yeah,
sold it.
Kipp's attacking. You should go join it.
Yeah, that's true.
The one
I
problem
don't
with
think he needs my help though.
the one problem with playing so many of these custom campaigns and like phase modded missions is that like going back to the base balance is just so hard because I just expect to get
weird, right?
absolutely rolled, and it's like no, it's actually turns out the base game is okay. It's just Faye likes to be mean with his maps. It's fine.
Was that all that AI had? You're kidding.
I guess, but I don't think it's the main one. I guess this is the main one.
It is easy to. So I think all of the campaigns in that 30 mission pack thing that CM put together have like an easy mode and a hard mode.
Yeah, there's a hard mode for folks like Kipp and Arma.
And no one else. You should just call it
Yeah,
Kipp mode. Yeah.
That's very accurate.
And you know, some other folks who are also on multiplayer these days, but
Yeah. So what's the biggest difference do you think between the easy and hard difficulties? Is it just the number of
reinforcement drops,
Yeah.
Players starting stuff and all that. I think CM could explain more about that.
CM is in the call. He's more than welcome to hop on if he wants. He's probably just being shy. That's fine.
I'm not shy enough to not talk. That's
So when's Faye going to be releasing new Dune content onto his social media platforms like YouTube?
Oh, well, actually, I was thinking that after you guys give it a run, I would commentate on your run instead of playing through it myself.
Give me a second. Let me suicide my army here. That was such a bad
Kill the
idea.
Sonic, kill the Sonic.
Yeah, my sword survived.
How the hell did the
Nice.
Sonic survive? Bruh.
Man, they're tough. But that was a very bad way. Don't do that, guys. Don't do what I just did.
Don't do this at home, kids.
The only reason I did it is because it's AI, so you know you can recover. But against a player, rushing like that is death.
That's suicide.
Yeah, you have to like arrange your units beforehand, and
Is that a reinforcement drop?
yeah, and it glitched on top of me.
Oof.
Extra points.
Take a shot.
Where's glitching the AI on our Dune bingo card? Did we make one of those, Dinkin?
No, not yet. We need to do one. Because anytime anyone streams some Dune 2000, like it's the same BS they have to put up with every single time.
Yeah, sure. Sandworm eats 3 harvesters.
Yeah, exactly. Runs out of power.
Saboteur snipes the Conyard.
Yeah, just pain.
Ornithopters get free kills because the player didn't move his units out of the way.
Yeah, players don't use concrete.
Yeah, players don't use concrete. Or
Concrete.
how about putting the wind trap off the concrete slightly?
Oh, just by one row. I do it all the
Yeah.
time. I think every single time I stream, I do that. I'm like so careful to put down the concrete, and then nah, miss it entirely. Cool.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
And Keith has taken over my base.
Yeah. No kidding. Holy.
Yeah, I can't even get out of it. I guess that's his base now.
Started this co-op like my base. Kipp's like our base.
Yeah.
The Russian national anthem plays in the background.
Hey, mission accomplished.
Hey, GG's,
Yeah, well,
boys.
this was definitely not. When I chose the pack, I didn't have Kipp in mind. This is gonna be a walk in the park.
Well, this is great though. You got to show off the mission some more.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we, get to go through them quicker.
Yeah, definitely a lot quicker.
See, Darks is gonna donate $50 if I die first.
Ooh, big
If you want
stakes.
some easy money.
Take a dive. We can see your screen, by the way. But yeah, it shouldn't matter.
Yeah. Well, I can't really help it.
Yeah.
So if Flippy wants to play too, then he can join now, and we can pick a 3-player map, I guess.
Yeah, I've put the link for the co-op pack that's being used on Twitch, so if people want to check it out, they can. You can go there, download the maps. But I think it auto downloads it as well, right? If you're hosting and someone tries to
I'm
join.
not actually sure, to be honest, if that is a feature.
Gotcha.
I know I asked for it many years ago, and I guess it was implemented after all this time.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works with Dune 2000. I think I might just be thinking of Red Alert maybe, or TD.
It should be implemented after so many years. But yeah,
I mean, there's been a lot implemented in the last few years, to be fair, as we've seen.
Yeah, we went through a technology boom.
Yeah.
Oh, a 3-map co-op?
yeah, I need to find a good one.
I think CM's pack only is 2-player, right?
Yeah, for some reason I'm pretty sure he said some of them are 3 players, but everything's showing up as 2-player.
CM.
So yeah, which maps are
Yeah, tell us,
3-player?
man.
Come on, CM. Jeez. Tell
He's in
us.
the I'm a pleb and can only type channel. He's a pleb and can only type.
Yeah, come on, CM, type faster.
Or CF.
Poor CM. He didn't sign up to any of this.
Yeah.
He's just like, I just made these 30 maps. Give me a break, guys. Like, come on.
Tell us a map where I can die first so Danku can get $50 from Darks. No, Flippy, it does not matter. From what I know, we can choose any faction and any colors.
Look at Werewolf there.
He
How many fingers do you see? I can tell you how many. He uses one, and it's his middle finger.
Mission 22, but is it 3 players though?
I think because it says like 2-player co-op and 1 AI versus 5 AI, it can be 3 players. I think that's how he's done it.
Yeah, well, I want to make sure before I host.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I mean, this has to be it. I didn't notice the
I will
and
say
1 AI.
I will say there's probably a better way of saying of labeling that, but yeah, I get it.
I would have put like 2P plus 1A or something like that. Okay, so I guess let's do 29, whatever this is.
Oh, wow.
yikes. I'm not sure what to read out of this. It looks interesting. 5 AIs. Well, I guess if I don't die here. 5. Yeah, I need to choose their colors then.
By the way, while we still have the voice channel names up on the side, 2011 Cliffs Are Still Cool is a meme on Feda's map design, because, you know, he did some 2011 cliffs in his maps. And those are basically just, you know, repeated cliffs and funny patterns and some misplaced tiles. It's a meme. CM's voice channel is won't let you expand your base because he never allows you to expand your base. You know, the rock islands are too small, or you don't get to deploy an MCV and all that. And my channel, well, it was named this last unit and I'm done, but now it's I made pain 2500. So all the voice channels in this Landsraad server are memes.
Yeah, let's go, Flippy. Hit accept.
Oh yeah, in CNCnet in the bottom left of the window,
Yeah.
there's the button. Just hit accept and then everyone can start. Alright.
Dun, 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 dun. This will be interesting.
Yeah, let's see what we get.
On 2 player. On 3 player.
Wait, where's my base? Where's my MCV? Oh, wow, there's a lag, that's for sure. Oh, there's my MCV.
Is it on a lower game speed?
Nah, it's just a lag, I guess.
Weird.
Flippy, are you recording by any chance? Because we just experienced this with Dune2k as well. It might be OBS that's causing this.
I don't think it's as bad though.
Doesn't
It's
look,
better.
doesn't look
Well,
as bad,
it
but
was fine with me and Kipp, so
yeah.
Yeah, I don't care. It's kind of a given when it comes to there goes someone selling all his walls.
I mean it's just kind of slow. It's not very laggy.
I
It's kinda
know.
weird.
I just know CM is raging at someone selling all the walls off like that.
Oh yes.
It's like we put them there on
Yes.
purpose. What are you
Thank
doing?
you for reminding me.
All the
Let's
money.
make you rage even more.
No.
Of course,
Monster.
you know, he designs these lovely bases, and here we go ruin it.
It was something that came up earlier actually. Someone was asking about playing mods actually through CNCnet. So like your own modded version of the missions. Feda?
That can be done.
Yeah.
But everyone just needs to have the same mod, and
Yeah.
it kind of needs to overwrite the original game files because we don't have something like the mission launcher.
Cool. Makes sense. It's cool to know. Like it's not something I really would have been aware of until checking it out here. It's pretty nice.
Needles.
Oh wow. Hey, that's a bitch attack. Holy crap. Where did they come from?
We came from the bitch lands.
Yeah, shit. I gotta take care of this. I guess.
It's
I
like
guess
the
I should
lag
have
lands.
figured it out based on these
Bitchy.
walls right here.
Oh yeah, there are walls there. That probably was hinted.
Yeah. Well, that's my bad.
You want to scout somewhere with like a lone trike or something?
I guess that's a good idea. Unless you're playing a CM map, because then you can trust him.
He
had that setting. He had those reinforcements spawning. Oh shit.
He always does.
Oh, look at that trike go!
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gone.
Red trike MVP.
It's still really weird seeing the AI as those different colors when you're not used to playing like multiplayer and skirmishes.
Yeah,
Right?
that's true.
That trike is still going. Look at the minimap. Oh wait, no, that's a different trike.
Oh no, it's the same, right?
No, the other red one was on the east side of the map.
Wow, this looks like a bit painful to break.
Yeah, just bring a whole bunch of missile tanks.
Yeah, a lot of
Yes, I
people
do.
would die for the Baron today, that's for sure.
For the Baron. Devastator spam 5-head.
They have deviators, so.
Devastator spam 5-head.
Hey, Flippy's in here, right? He had a great time
Yeah.
with Devastator spam the last day.
Yeah, he's yellow.
Yeah, he
here.
did.
He knows what's up.
Oh, there we have the sneaky reinforcements. Reminds me of CM.
Well, it is one of CM's maps.
Wait, really?
I mean, CM designed the co-op balance and all that.
So any of those nice maps you thought were nice are now totally ruined. Just drops everywhere, and you're not expecting it because it's like, oh, it's this map. I like this map.
Wait, but CM designed. No, I love CM's designs. I think they're usually great. I mean, I sometimes have nitpick, but that's okay. I mean, I pick the hell out of my own maps too.
Some of your maps are in this co-op pack too, as well. I think, Faye, right?
That is a matter of fact. Yes.
Nice.
I would be curious to see how what CM did.
Yeah. For CM's defending himself, saying they were from the original map. Okay, well, don't believe his lies.
No, I love you, CM. You're like, you are literally the most prominent mapper for Dune 2000. Like, so yeah.
Nah.
No, really. Like, I mean, have you checked the archive? Like, all the campaigns are his.
Oh yeah,
Except
for sure.
Like Feda.
I mean, still give him shit for it though. That's fine.
And, yeah, still getting shit for it.
Yeah.
No, it's all in jest. I promise.
Yeah, of course. CM knows how it is. I mean, he's given enough abuse.
I'm not even sure when you guys showed up, because I was having a break from Dune when you and CM showed up, and when I came back, I ended up with, oh, there are two guys making missions out of nowhere.
Nice.
I mean,
at that time it was me
mission.
and Grundlord, like literally the only people being relatively active with mission making.
I mean, I'm kind of more active on the modding side of things, helping Kofkak figure out new features and fucking around with that kind of thing. When it comes to actually like producing maps and making things playable, I am slow as shit.
Yeah,
Same way with you
2025
two.
people, the release of Phase campaign, stay tuned.
Yeah, it'll be coming in another 32 phase, and by the way, Faye is a new unit of measurement that we've
for
designed
time.
based on my name.
It was ticks, and then yeah.
I can't tell you what the hell 32 phase means, but I can only tell you it'll be ready in 32 phase.
Your great grandchildren might get to play it.
I completely forgot to build a barracks.
I
This
wish
is
there were more
definitely-
time today, man.
This is
I still
definitely a
gotta do, like,
tutorial
YouTube videos and stuff
how
too.
not to play this game. What you're seeing right now.
Yeah, you seem to be doing alright.
Let's poke this harvester.
Well, you're dead now. Alright, bye-bye.
I can't deploy this refinery, god. The semicircle formation thing going. It's also pretty hard because it's so laggy. Get a barracks.
All about to bust them walls.
Look at this guy. He already has 1 million Devastators. Look at my. It's like Chad Dogie against. Hey, you know that shit.
Against Cheems.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Right. No way I'm pushing that. I'll let him do it.
you just aggro the enemy into your ally. Perfect.
Yeah, just kite the unit. We'll take care of the rest. Oh, looks like Yellow's Flippy's taking care of business on the other side. Or no, wait, actually he needs some help.
Yeah, I'll move there.
Yeah, take your units at the factory. Or, your units currently there. Works too.
I can move everything. I mean, Keep got this. He has 1 million Devastators.
Yeah, Kipp's just gonna roll over that.
Yeah, don't sell it, Flippy. I'm coming to help you.
Oh, there's the concrete's still there. Oh shit, Saboteur. Look out, there's the Saboteur.
Yeah, it's not your OP Saboteur, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, face modded saboteurs can go go fuck themselves. Seriously.
I'm sorry.
They're so bad.
I wanted to make them an actual special weapon.
Ah, yeah. They work when you're playing with balance maps for it.
Hopefully. Hopefully.
Fingers crossed. We'll find out.
Fingers crossed.
In 5 years.
I mean, I sure as hell try. Vanilla campaign, though. Well, I guess it's a good thing you kept the rocket turrets, because those Ornies are just coming in and getting wiped out.
Yeah, it's always good to have them against airstrikes if you can afford them. Look at his airstrike failing completely.
But that's siege tank. No!
Or maybe not completely.
He gave his life for the airstrike to pull it off
Yeah.
the main troop.
That's a noble sacrifice. The Baron will care a lot about it.
Oh no, anyway.
Wait, how did these get in my base?
They were just, you know, yeeming.
Yeah, just some sneaky reinforcement, CM style.
Hey Flippy, your units in the top right can go north. Kipp's already tearing it up in there.
I need carryals.
Hey,
Yeah.
hi.
Chill out
Yeah, I
there.
definitely need carryals.
Hey, carryall spam. PogChamp, X-Gamer, X-Snipe, 420, blaze it, my dude. Guy friend, dude, buddy, guy friend. Look at Flippy with his Devastators now. Now he's got to lead the way for you.
Yeah, I'm staying low tech just because I want to be different.
It's not a phase, Mom.
Also, can't really afford them now. Before I get
Heavy
those
combat
carryals.
tanks are my life. I'm sticking with them forever.
I'll let him take the piss here, and then I'm moving like a hero.
Moving like a hero and take all the credit.
Hyper's asking about what
There's-
mod this is. I'm guessing he's talking about the UI. It's from War of the Landsraad.
Oh yeah, it's just a custom UI thing from my campaign from War of the Landsraad.
Great
But
campaign.
the units are vanilla. I guess the tank sounds are also modified. I just realized.
Oh, well, we can't hear those, so it's all good.
Oh yeah.
Fortunately, Flippy is recording, so
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he is?
Yep, for
yeah, we
those.
can always check those out afterwards.
Yep, for those not familiar, I'll dig up Flippy's YouTube and post it in chat too.
Which means we could actually overlay the sound of this Discord call with Flippy's gameplay, and that'd be sick. It's a complete picture.
The problem is if there's a delay or lag between. Well, doesn't matter. We can talk about it.
Yeah,
afterwards.
I mean, it's a whole picture now. Or it will be.
Also,
Let's not look at the top right corner because I don't want to see that.
that's a
I
lot of
wanna see.
red. That's a
You
lot.
better scroll over there, Feda. I want to see. Yeah.
That's enough for you.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it. I love me some explosions.
Hyper
Explosion.
saying how much he loves that the D2K modding has had a slow rise in the past 10 years. He's been keeping an eye on all the good work.
Oh, well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you. You were a part of it too, so gotta thank you as well for that.
Yeah, Hyper's a beast when it comes to any of the Westwood modding scenes from what I've seen. He's been all over the TD, RA, and Dune stuff. I mean, there's a lot of cross compatibility, I guess, but it's cool to see.
Oh, hey, they're a stealth front.
Yeah.
Oh, not anymore. Actually, no, there's
Oh,
one.
wait, what? Wow, that's really stealthy.
Well, they are stealth front.
Can't kill him for shit. And this lag is killing me though. I keep misclicking. But this is it. It's part of Dune. You can't play Dune without lag. It used to be a rule.
What are the rules for multiplayer? 8-minute no rush, lag to fuck. What
Yeah,
else?
that used to be very common in Hamaki.
Is it Hamaki or Hamachi?
Oh,
I have no idea.
oh wow, the old VPN software.
Yeah. We used to play that before CNCnet. That's how we used to play online.
Nice.
I think Hamachi is still used for like
Yeah,
Emperor.
it's used
Yeah,
for a couple
I think
things.
so.
I think
If
that.
anyone still plays Emperor, then yes.
Hmm.
Their forum looks totally dead.
Emperor for Dune.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
interesting. I've seen a couple of people mention it in the Dune 2000 Discord over the last couple of months. There seems to be a few people like, oh hey, I want to play this. How do I do it? And I think Dune Master have a client for it, if I'm not mistaken. But there is some kind of hacky networking solution you have to do to get it to work with other players.
Yeah, shenanigans.
Yeah, there always is.
So, Emperor Online, from what I know, it was just Tango and Hamaki.
It's
It's
not so
definitely
bad.
not supported by CNCnet, and I'm not sure if it will ever be, unless somebody wants to go for it. I know Funky said he won't, so probably not.
Funky's done. He's put in his time.
Yeah,
It's hard to blame him.
I mean, I know how much work he had to put into this game to get it going, so yeah, indeed, you can blame him. And this is much more similar to Command and Conquer, so that was helpful for him, but Emperor is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
Hyper saying they've been researching the engine lately about Emperor on CNCnet, so who knows? Might not be.
Oh, yeah, then maybe it's gonna happen at some point, who knows?
Maybe, yeah, maybe. It's an interesting looking game. I never played the original, but from what I've seen, it looks very nice.
The original what?
Emperor.
Oh, you never played?
Nope.
Oh yeah, man.
Hey, you gotta try, man.
Yeah, Emperor is fun. It's a little weird on certain maps, so hard mode might be kind of janky, like really easy on some maps and then brutally difficult on others. But
This guy, he has expanded in place of the AI bases.
oh my god,
Man, that's overkill.
That's so
Somebody stop
terrifying.
him. Just
guess you'd
imagine
say it's-
breaking the alliance with
oh
you
yeah,
now.
Kipp is my base now.
And he's building more MCVs, because of course he is.
I guess you could say it's over Kipp.
Yeah, nice one.
Ooh. Yeah.
So yeah, Doc, you really need to play Emperor, to be honest. It's a good game.
Yeah, I'll get to
Kinda
that
weird,
after after the 50 community campaigns for Dune 2000. I'll get right on it.
I mean, the soundtrack is killing, dude. To be honest, it's the
The
best
Emperor
thing ever.
soundtrack. They nailed the aesthetic in Emperor. The hell's all this?
Every soundtrack is so different, but it fits every house
Nice.
so perfectly.
I think the lasted other Dune thing I was trying was the original Dune 2, but on mobile they had like a port of it. It was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Basic controls, but it
I'm
works.
not sure what the mobile port for that game is now, but a few years ago I played something that was like you could literally you had microtransactions to get reinforcements with Sonic tanks. I'm not
No! Why would you do that?
kidding. Yeah, that thing was on the Play Store.
That sounds.
I'm not sure if it's still around.
Man.
that was really yikes.
That sounds like AIDS and cancer all in one.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
like,
not good.
come on, Dune 2 with microtransactions, really?
Yeah. I mean,
Seriously?
the biggest thing now is the Dune Spice Wars thing, right? That's coming up
Yeah.
next
Yeah, Spice
year?
Wars. I've heard good things about the folks behind that game because
Mhm.
they made some other games that are similar, like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
was it called? 4X.
Yeah, Forks. They made Northgard, I think, right?
Yeah, and that was very well received. So here's hoping for Spice Wars.
Yeah. More Dune games, yes, please.
There are some folks in the Dune community who are not really particularly fond of like 4X grand strategy and all that, but
Mhm.
to hell with that, I say. I'm
I-
just
I
glad
won't
to have more
lie.
Dune stuff.
I won't lie, I'm not very excited that it's a 4X either, but if it's good, I'll take it.
Mhm.
But it's pretty hard to make a good 4X game if you ask me.
Yeah, I find that they're big time commitments, like to play a single
Yeah.
game usually.
Like,
It's different.
They're
Civilization,
very ambitious.
Yeah.
Civilization nailed it, but no, it's not easy.
Yeah, but even trying to find the time now to sit down for a game of Civilization is like you need a few hours.
Yeah.
Whereas at least with Phase Mod, you know, it's kind of a similar experience, but it's your own fault.
Yeah, GG's.
Yeah, GG's, well played, boys.
Wait, what?
You did it.
Yeah, what was that about my mod?
Nothing but nice things about how easy and quick it is to get through it. Yeah, are you recording this, Flippy? I can see you're typing in Discord. I don't know if you're hearing this. You're in the chat, I think. 'Cause I think it was causing issues before when I was trying to play and do it.
Kipp, are you still playing?
Feda and Flippy do a 2-player map.
Oh, alright.
Do you want to try maybe one of the summer solstice ones if they're in there?
Yeah, but which
Yeah,
one?
CM mentioned that there are a couple of those.
I gotta go check it
Their
out.
missions 26 and 27.
You can see our very secret staff channel now.
Ooh.
Yeah, very secret. Totally important things that get.
I also have this where I'm testing crap.
It's like why is there a channel in there called Danku? I don't like this.
What, there is?
No.
Oh, we can make one if you want.
No. That's fine. That's fine. You just worry about winning here. But yeah, I think 26 and 27 are the summer solstice ones.
Yeah, but let's see which one is more fitting for a co-op.
Yeah, missions 26 and 27.
No cliffs. Gotta love this.
No cliffs.
No cliffs.
That's madness in the Dune map.
So which one should I pick?
It was all enough. Thought it might be neat to have a nice big tank battle over open dune, open terrain.
That's
so
true.
So you say 27, right?
Well, 26 or 27 are my maps apparently.
Apparently, I didn't sign up to this. They're just there.
Let's go with 27.
Looks like most of the map structure is intact.
Oh man, you are cheating, dude. You have cheats on this map. Yeah, that's just a warning. You always get this with custom maps because you can check it here. Like you can see the rules that are changed.
Oh, I never seen that before. I didn't know you could go into it.
Yeah, it's gonna show up for every.
Yeah, there are some rules changed. Have a look at that at the bottom there.
Hello?
I really don't like this. Hello.
Hello.
Hey, Flippy.
Hello.
Hey
So,
guys.
I really don't like the worms equals 2, man.
Let's see if I can record it this time. The last time my game was lagging a little bit for some reason. Let's see if it works now.
Yeah, let's try. Just hit accept.
But damn, I started with a huge base.
Oh, map needs 8 flags. Well, thank you, CM.
Damn.
Gotta love it.
It was 2 players and 2 AIs versus 3 AIs. Did you put all the AIs in?
I think I put 3 AIs, right?
No, it's 2 players and 2 AIs apparently.
Oh, maybe it was.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's my bad.
Oh, that's weird.
Wait,
Also,
yeah,
it's
that's
4
really
player
weird.
then.
So then it's 4 versus 3.
Weird. Cool.
That's kinda weird.
I don't know exactly how CM adapted the maps to co-op. So maybe one of the AIs literally just has a few units, like one of those ones that I use for one of the scripted sequences. Maybe he kept that around.
I guess we'll see. So this is right now. Yes. All right, let's try.
try it again. Hope it works. I hope. Would be nice if I spam with another user base like last time.
Yeah, that sped up the process.
And getting my Daisy Devastators.
Well, it still doesn't work.
Thanks, CM. Didn't the hard mode version of this work?
Is
What
it
about
still around?
Not sure, but maybe if you try map 26, it'd work.
Yeah, I'll try that. Oh, he replied. Oh, see, he's blaming you, Faye. So which one do we blame? Come on, decide.
I point the finger at CM.
Alright, let's try 26. But this is, from the description, it sounded like that kind of map where I won't let you expand your base. 5 AIs, holy shit.
This map.
Poggers.
I don't see a map.
You don't see a map?
No.
Did you install the pack for the 30 co-op thing?
I don't know. I like whenever I use the CNCNet version, I do have a bunch of co-op maps in there. I don't know.
So how? I guess you have it installed if you could play the first one.
Yeah, I just use Dune Master.
So you don't see this one now?
No, it's I can try to rejoin.
What about this?
That one I see.
Oh, you see this one? Well, Faye, bad, tough luck for you, man.
Ah well.
Wait, what is this 28? Isn't this the one we played?
Doesn't look familiar to me.
28. Guess we gotta go back to CM's description. So see, he's not recommending it, so yeah.
How about one of your maps then, Feda?
Ooh.
Yeah, I guess mission 14. We can try that.
No, you can
Your
blame
classic Merc mission.
blame
Yeah,
Feda.
that's a classic Mars mission. Hopefully that works. Imagine if that doesn't work either.
I mean, I have like 50 flags for nothing but dialogue, and I'm not sure CM removed all that, so...
I don't think I have this map as well, for some reason.
Yikes.
Maybe you just got really lucky with that first map being included with Dune Master.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but he should get it like auto download, I believe.
Like yesterday, when I was doing my final mission for the Conan campaign, I had an issue where my game crashes, so I did a clean reinstall of the game.
Is it working now?
And now the campaign, the original campaign works fine, but I'm not seeing this map.
Yeah, well, I guess we can just try. I'll just launch it, and if it works, from what I know, as I said, the auto download thing should be a thing already. So I guess it will install itself or something.
No way I've seen that does that though, but who knows.
Yeah, so let's just try, and if it doesn't work, then we'll have to get a map that you also have.
I'm pressing ready, but nothing happens apparently.
Well, this is not a good sign.
Huh.
I cannot do anything.
You cannot rejoin.
Kipp's posting in I'm a pleb and can only type. He can do /map hash for it to appear. So the checksum.
But how do I get the map hash?
CM.
It's been a while since I've done this. I've done that before, but oh, click the cheat.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing.
So you can try. Oh shit. Why didn't it copy? I guess it loves Danku's stream just too much.
It's just too good.
So you can try what Kipp said. Just type /map like this, and then the checksum.
Checksum. Oh.
Oh, you need to be in your own lobby apparently.
Let's see. I'm gonna have a look for myself. What do I actually have? Well, I have a bunch of co-op maps, but I don't know if the ones that you guys are playing.
Yeah, you just try what he said. Let me give you the hash. So just copy that and type that command.
Map hash. What do I need to type?
So this, but without a dot at the start.
Doesn't do anything.
Let me see. Oh, maybe I don't know. Maybe it does something in the background. Just try to join me.
Oh, wrong game. Nothing.
Can you click accept now?
Nope.
Might be
Where
better.
do I download that map pack then?
Yeah, but I don't have a quick link. Dunk or Faye, can you help us?
Yeah, I've a link in Twitch if you can use that.
Okay, Twitch. There's Twitch. Let's see, back. Hold up, what's this? It says the file is unavailable. That's odd. Huh?
Oh, do you have an account on the forum? You would need an account to download it.
Oh, really?
It might be better if Flippy hosts the lobby and just sees what co-op map he has. Maybe use that.
Well,
That'd be a good idea.
okay, I can just go log in with my Google account and I don't need to make an account. But yeah, I guess I can do that.
Yeah.
New game, make game, password, same. Let's see, co-op map. Two players. Two. Oh, thanks for the direct download though.
Ordos Mission 9. Wow.
Sounds scared.
Yeah, I don't remember. It actually works very well.
Is this like one of the final missions for the Orders campaign?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, we can play this if you want.
Okay, I'm guessing I need to add a few AIs.
Yeah. You need to add 4 AIs.
4?
4, yeah. I'll just take Ordo's gold so that I can be mercenaries. I can wanna be mercenary. And then you can take Ordo's teal to have it very immersive.
I'm gonna pick Orders that.
Or say fuck immersion and just go like Harkonnen or something.
Yeah, let's try it.
If I go Ordos, I can showcase your Mantad voice, Faye.
Oh yeah.
I'm not really that familiar with Orders, but we'll see.
Spam fast tank.
God damn it, my OBS is making my game lag again.
Yeah, as I said, there seems to be a problem with OBS.
Yeah, of Streamlabs. I don't know why it's doing that. Like, when I played this game yesterday, it worked fine.
Yeah, I discovered it today. Wait, unit lost? What happened? Oh, whatever
It's
happened,
still,
happened.
it's still lagging. What the hell?
Yeah, I don't think we can play it like this.
Yeah, it's still lagging. Like, oh, no, the lag is gone. But the game speed is still a bit slow.
This is the same for me.
Like, I noticed this bug sometimes when I pause the game and unpause it, the game speed is really slow for some reason.
Maybe just knock off OBS then, Flippy, and retry.
I don't know. It's off right now. See, I don't even have eco. Oh, you started with eco. I don't.
Yeah, you need to get a refinery.
I know. I'm guessing I'm like the default order spawn spot on the map, and you like the allies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
See that turret I copied in Shiloh? There it is.
Beautiful.
Let's see.
So when are we going to see the next set of maps from you, Feda?
That's a good question. So I do have a sequel for War of the Landsraad. I have the script and I have everything and I have the mission ideas for it. And to be quite honest, I have the first mission as well. Or something like that. The first two missions of the Atreides campaign. But it might be way too ambitious in terms of how many missions I want to include.
Oh, well, the original was already quite big, right?
Yeah, and this is gonna be even bigger. So the story is really good though, I would say, at least. And that's the problem. I would really like to include all the story, but in order to do that, it's gonna take a million missions. And it's gonna be like a closure to the whole story.
Yeah.
That's why it's so large.
That's interesting. It's something to look forward to.
I found a base. I guess a trade base.
Yeah, was this here? I don't. Or this is the Imperial base, but just with flipped colors or
The
something.
Imperial base is usually the purple base, at least in the campaign like that.
Yeah. So I guess blue is the Emperor here. Wait, what's happening?
It's very freaky.
Yeah, you can't tell who's who here.
Just kill them all. It's easy.
Kill everything that shoots shoots you, I guess. Easy.
And the good part is I'm getting free reinforcements, even though they kind of suck. It's gonna be a bunch of a bunch of siege tanks.
Like I was getting that on that other map, like constant reinforcements to my star pad.
Yeah, some missions have that.
I would
No
not
carriers.
turn away free units, boys. That's better you than the AI.
Well, that siege tank are a very bad day running those over.
I use them usually at a little bit defensive, the siege tank, not really offensive.
Yeah, it's pretty good for offensive reasons too. It's an infantry eater.
Yeah, I usually use them behind missile turrets.
Well, we can kill that. Oh, I guess we can't. That carrier.
There's a small base in the corner as well, like turrets with some turrets with a wall or something like that.
Oh yeah, this is.
I forgot I was ordered, so I don't have the devastator tanks.
Yeah.
You can't use the usual strat here, Flippy.
I have the deviator thing, and that turns like enemy units into your units if they attacked or something like that.
Yeah, that's pretty bad against AI, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like
They're
I noticed
better
it.
off just with tanks.
Like I noticed it through my Conan gameplay. Whenever I fight orders, sometimes my tanks turns against me because of that.
It's the best feeling. I think if you're going to do a sequel to War of the Landsraad, Feda, you're going to need to include voiceovers for the mission briefings. I think it's
even more ambitious stuff.
I mean, if you're going to go big, go all the way, right?
Yeah, I did consider that for War of the Landsraad, to be honest.
Yeah.
And I was actually considering implementing a feature for voice over on briefings, but I scrapped it because, first of all, I don't think anyone else besides me and Faye would ever do it. And then second, it's just gonna increase the size of the whole thing very much.
Yeah,
because
that's true.
of the audio files.
That's true.
Is it me or is the AI not really that aggressive in this map?
Well, that was pretty aggressive from him.
I mean, you
It doesn't
survived,
like-
but
Doesn't like us poking around his base.
Yeah, I noticed like whenever I get close to our base, they just go AY for some reason.
Well, my biggest problem is I can't get carryalls because they don't become available in the starport.
oh, that's so annoying.
You don't have carriers in your starport?
Yeah, they are still not available after all this time.
Well,
Feels bad, man. RNG.
A bunch of
Yeah.
assholes, those guys selling them.
Imagine not letting your players get carryalls through a starport.
I need to put 2 siege tanks here so I don't get nasty stuff.
Yeah, imagine not letting your players get carry all through the starport. Who
Yeah.
would do that?
It's some maniac, yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember now.
but luckily I do have carriers on my starport.
Yeah, unfortunately you can't give me some.
Can you force capture his starport?
Well, I can force capture his high-tech factory,
Yeah, that'll
but I
work.
can build one. I can build one myself, I guess.
That's not as
We can
fun
also
though.
we can also do something we all love so much, right? Which is selling walls. Hello, CM.
Selling wants to get a little bit of extra money, I guess.
Oh, now they become available.
For some reason I'm thinking the yellow army is mine, but it's not this time.
I'll need to expand though. I need this place.
Are those turrets just guarding that section of land?
This was used. So our MCVs, all players' MCVs were spawning here. Because back in the day when I designed this mission, we didn't have the option in CNCNet to remove the spawn points.
God.
So you had to do it like this. Another limitation.
Nice workaround.
Yeah, this is the thing with me. Everything I done was in an era, except for War of the Landsraad. Everything else was in an era when everything was very bare bones. So I used to map a lot back then, but I didn't have the tools. And now when I have the tools, I'm just old and lazy. And
Like, I do like you can use the repair tool to send your units back to your repair pad.
yeah,
That's a
Never
really good
used it.
feature.
I never
use-
used it. But
I use it all the time. It's really handy.
it looks bad for my harvester.
It doesn't look great.
Let's see, I still don't have a palace, so let's build a palace.
I could never come around to using a repair bay in this game. I really need to. It's. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel you, man. You really have to like threaten my life to use it sometimes.
Well, I'll use it. I use it quite a bit.
I mean, it's useful, don't get me wrong. It's useful when you are low on cash, for example, so you can preserve your army.
For
I
sure.
just lost the heavy factory, didn't I?
It's cheaper to get it repaired than rebuild a new tank.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the way.
Or let's not.
Ooh, the saboteur. Remember those? Can be a pain in the ass.
And troopers are so good.
Yeah, they're amazing. Kind of overpowered in this game, to be honest.
Yeah, but that's okay.
Let's get an MCV.
You could always capture the wind trap. Build off
Yeah, but I like to build fast.
That's a good point.
Although that's cheaper at this point, but I have enough money.
Yeah.
I'll still capture some of that.
Just
Through power.
casually floating 9k, it's fine.
I like those dual power plants in the wild. Looks like a face on the mini map, like an upper, all the way
Oh,
across
yeah.
the map.
Oh, yeah. That's actually nice.
I think I pissed off the AI a little bit.
Yeah, don't worry, that's good. We can catch him with his pants down here.
Yeah, that's what I like usually to do is whenever just to lure them out of the base first before attack by attacking the harvesters.
Yeah.
Because AI is sometimes really predictable whenever they move out or not.
Hey Danko, can you help us with some background music?
There should be some playing.
Oh yes, I just had your mute on your stream on mute. You're right.
I was like, I've had this track playing for the last hour. Please tell me it's actually been heard.
Yeah, it is. Don't worry.
Cool.
I just had to mute your screen because I'm gonna hear everything twice if I don't.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't have space in my base anymore to build another war factory.
You can capture the other wind trap at the top.
I already have an MCV to expand.
Why's everybody gotta have the MCVs to expand? Jeez.
If the thing can hurry up, please, at some point, because it's so slow. And my army is kinda dead.
Man, this base is so clumped up.
Yeah.
I really need to get a new real estate. Luckily, I have this.
There you go.
Oh no.
Ooh. Close.
Yikes. No map sucks. Let's try to get rid of these.
Can you please keep clear of that concrete? I'm gonna place my war factory over there.
Yeah.
Like the thing I also sometimes do on smaller lands is deploy an MCV and sell it. So I can still build there.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
And sometimes just to create space.
I hear a lot of unit loss. I don't really care, do I? I should probably care.
A little bit.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Well, that was pretty painful.
How many kills did that Sonic just rank up?
Yeah, I don't want to know, to be honest.
Too much.
The only problem with Ordos is you don't get missile tanks.
You don't? Oh, I know
Yeah,
you
you
do. Well, through the starpack you do.
Yeah, I got to order them from the starport, but the only missile tank that you get as the Ordos is the Deviator, which is the house special tank.
Which is not a missile tank. It's worse, to be honest. But it can be good against stuff like Devastators, even in online.
Just not infantry.
Yeah. Unless you play phase mod.
Hmm.
And we don't say that here. Pain 4,000.
Paid 4,000.
That's a lot of quads.
Well, I have built some missile turrets at least at our defense area, so we can fall back a little bit.
I just need to get out of this base because it's so small, and then we can attack.
So what do you think about the balance of these co-op missions compared to the originals?
So this one is probably exactly the same as the original.
Yeah, isn't it just vanilla Dune?
Yeah, I don't remember if I changed much about it. It was more like a proof of concept when I created it, because it was like the first patch on CNCnet which allowed co-op missions.
Like, I don't know if you can like change like the balance like you can do in like Red Alert or something like that.
You can change some stuff, but I wouldn't say it's as flexible as Red Alert.
Yeah, and Red Alert you can simply just copy stuff from the rules.ini and add it to the map file, that's it.
Yeah.
And change
mean-
the thing.
This would require some changes to the client to allow automated mod installations, just like my mission launcher is doing. Then you can have it, especially with all the new features that Cloth is implementing. But it does require some work on Funky's part.
Like, I don't know how much different this is compared to like Red Alert. I have so much money.
Yeah, it feels good.
Ooh, but I do have a saboteur. Maybe I can use it for something.
For what I'm
Like,
pushing there.
saboteurs can blow up buildings instantly, right?
Yes. Or if you're playing phase mod, it can blow the entire map at once.
Yeah, but that's a whole different story.
Good unit.
Duncan knows.
Yeah.
That was painful. That
I
was
have
so
seen
painful.
streams. I'm even rewatching it on YouTube as well.
Yeah. You're starting to learn the pain, Flippy. The pain of playing these mods.
I already started to feel the pain with the original game.
Yeah, it's all ahead of you, man. It only gets better.
Like, your mod is even a pain on easy. Let alone hard or normal.
Yeah, sorry about that. I mean, the vanilla campaign did not really have its balance adjusted.
It was fine.
And don't talk even about the expensive upgrades.
Oh, I forgot
Yeah.
about the upgrades.
Yeah, that's probably one of the worst things besides the saboteur.
Yeah. Like, normally an upgrade's like, I don't know, 1000. And phase mod is like 2000, and you can upgrade buildings multiple times as well. That are like 2000 per piece.
That's part of the tech tree. That's what I wanted to do with it.
Yeah, it makes perfect sense when it's not the original game. Proper balance missions.
Don't go in, Hogan, that's not a bad idea. And there's a really small choke point over here.
Isn't this the mission with the bottom AI has like a bajillion wind traps for some reason?
Yeah, I believe it's that one.
Oh shit, you can enter over here. Oh, thanks. Gonna attack over here then. Hello, Mr. Construction Yard. It's time to go bye-bye.
I feel a bit suicidal.
Oh yeah,
sometimes.
there's a million wind traps over here at the bottom. Jesus.
Oh god.
Yikes.
Wow. That sucks. Why did I lose though? I don't know. Guess it was a wind trap or something.
Oh damn, this base still has a lot of stuff inside. Like, it is sometimes annoying to keep clicking your thing because you cannot queue units in this game. That causes me sometimes to forget to build units. If I can't queue them.
Yeah, if you want unit queue, you can always check out open array version of Dune, which is
The thing is, I don't really like the open array version of Dune Red Letter to be Dawn.
Yeah, I mean it's a very different engine.
Like, the original game feels better to me.
Yeah, open array is basically a mod.
Yep.
I mean, from a technical standpoint, their engine is pretty impressive, but it just, for me, it doesn't feel right.
Mm-hmm.
Like the speed and everything. But again, from a technical point of view, I have to appreciate what they've done there. It's pretty impressive.
For sure.
So many rocket infantry everywhere.
Oh wow, it's a lot of Fremen. Are they Fremen or saboteurs?
Saboteurs, look at them.
They're just all
They couldn't
cloaked.
get out. Yeah, they couldn't get out.
Huh.
Because this was supposed to be a Harkonnen palace here, not a...
Oh no!
Oh wow.
Imagine that.
Hacks.
Oh, purple. Is purple enemy?
Yes.
Oh, it is enemy. Jesus. There's a lot of purple in the middle of the map. And the Atreides base got absolutely effed.
I see it's very laggy on the screen, on the stream. Holy shit.
Shouldn't be that bad.
I mean, I have the stream on the second monitor. To me, it looks like it's kind of laggy.
Is it not laggy at all when you're playing it?
In the game, it's relatively okay. It's just a bit slow, but... And this game and all the technical issues you get with it, holy shit.
I don't get it why OBS makes this game lag when you ever try to record it or something like that.
It's very
Yeah,
weird.
this used to be fine. I used to record with OBS.
I mean, I haven't used it with CNCnet. I've used it with just the base client and it's grand.
Like, the base client, it works fine. Like, if OBS is running and you then launch the game, it's fine, but since the game closes every time between matches with CNCnet, it's not fine anymore, I guess.
Old games, who knew?
Old games can be fun, but sometimes they are a pain in the ass to get them running.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Oh shit, he's rebuilding his base.
I mean, you'd really have to do something wrong to lose at this point.
Yeah, like crash.
You could do it. I mean, I've managed it, but yeah.
Like these co-op maps, are they actually acting like actual mission or just skirmish games?
It's a combination of the two. So it's seen as a skirmish game, but thanks to Funky's patch, it can read the events and conditions from the map, because this used to be disabled by default by Westwood whenever it was a skirmish map.
So it's basically a skirmish map with scripts and triggers inside.
Yes, it's something like that.
Like I know co-op for like Red Alert isn't really possible with like mission scripts.
Yeah, you mean is or isn't?
Isn't.
Oh well. I'm pretty sure I saw some tower defense for Red Alert and stuff like that. So it should be possible.
Yeah, I meant more for the remastered version, not the, like the CNCnet version.
Yeah, the CNCnet version, Taxel Bear made Blue Alert, which is like co-op versions of the original missions, but the way they hard-coded stuff in the remasters, you just can't do the same level of stuff. So that sucks.
Like whenever you use like a single-player house, like an AI like the Soviets or allies, whenever you told them to build stuff to a trigger, it just doesn't do anything. It just sits there and do nothing.
Oh wow, I didn't know.
Well, I'm guessing the only way to get it like to work is like to have like a base, like acting as a skirmish or something like that with a pre-built base.
Is the remastered version still being played?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's pretty, well, I'd say it's pretty healthy, but it's not really. There's about probably about 20 active players on both TD and ORA on the multiplayer.
It's not that the remasters are like bad, but it's just not. It's not really played like much. I don't know if it plays like much online, but I'm guessing most people play like doing it for the single player or something like that.
yeah, I guess.
Like for the single player, the remaster is great.
I mean, I know Danko streams it quite often, at the Tiberian Dawn at least.
Yeah,
the laddering.
it just becomes more and more inactive. Just that they've stopped rotating maps and like they've dropped support for the game, so they're not bug fixing or anything. And it's just kind of been left out to dry, which is sad, but
Yeah.
Yeah, but luckily you have a lot of community-made missions though for the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Including mine.
True.
I used to play the original Tiberian Dawn on CNCnet back in 2014 or something.
Yeah, it's good. It's still fun.
Like several months ago, Danko played through one of my Tiberian Dawn campaigns.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh,
The
nice.
Secret Army.
It was good. There was some raging, as always. Seems anytime I play it.
That's pretty much with probably every community-made campaign.
Yeah. Kipp asking me, so I said to Kipp that I would play vanilla TD when I'm a while, like probably about 3 months ago at this point, so he could kick my ass at it. Because we played a little bit on the remasters. I'll play soon, Kipp, soon.
Yeah, but the thing is with like you cannot really rebalance the game itself from Tiberian Dawn. That doesn't really exist until Red Alert. So everything is just like the default balance. There's nothing you can really do to change that unless you multi-game.
Is it still like not was overpowered with the buggies and the recon bugs?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing?
Yeah.
Well, it depends what you are doing in the game. Like a multiplayer, I guess, yeah, they are good, but a single player that can be is a little bit of a different story.
The CNCnet balance patches are better than what's on the remasters. But
oh wow.
Yeah, like that's the, like they did 3 patches and left it at that, and they were interesting decisions at that.
Like I'm guessing the main complaint with Nod is how the airstrap worked in multiplayer.
Yeah, no, that was one of the things. Like the only
Like
kind of disadvantage Not had was the airstrip.
Like the way the airstrip worked is
Jeez.
whenever you purchase a unit, it spawns a plane off the map, and the
Yeah.
range and the time depends on where the airstrip is located. Well, they did fix that for multiplayer, like where the plane just spawns like certain blocks away from the airstrip, but in campaign or missions, it's still like the default balance.
Yeah.
GG's, boys. Did it.
Yeah, geez.
Easy.
Well, I think we can somewhat call this an event.
Yeah, it was great. Cheers very much for coming up with it, Feda, and for everyone playing.
Yeah, and thank you for hosting it on Twitch.
Yeah, no worries. I'll export the VOD and stuff, and people can check it out later too if they miss some parts. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining. It's been awesome.
Yeah,
thanks.
that's nice. I'm
Thanks
happy
so much,
to
all.
actually voted for this because it was worth it.
Yeah, it's good fun. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Yeah, funny those the co-op maps were pretty fun in this game.
Glad you had fun, Flippy.
Yeah. Since the game doesn't freeze on me anymore with the that I had with the Grandma's edition of the game. Like it was really frustrating in missions, especially the later ones. Like you were just playing the game like normally, and then boom, game froze.
Yeah, Gruntmod's
Out
few issues.
So and then I asked Daiku at some point during his fake campaigns. I'm asking is he using the Grandma's edition? He said he was using the Dune Master edition or something like that.
Yeah, I used the Doom Master edition. I originally used Grunt mods, but it caused a bunch of crash errors and stuff for me, so I switched.
Man, I don't know why is it crashing for everyone? I never had
Yeah.
any issues with ground mods like ever.
Yeah, it was super weird. I figured for me it was just something dumb on my hardware, I guess, but who knows?
Yeah, and since I switched to Doom Master, I don't have issues anymore with crashes. Like the game runs completely fine. And the fact I can't even run it in borderless Windows mode, which you cannot do with Grandma's, it's also a big improvement for me though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm playing this in the borderless window. That's also why my cursor is so small. If some of you guys have watched my streams,
Yeah.
Oh
I was
yeah, we were
wondering
wondering about that.
Yeah.
that's because the game is the game is still like at the default resolution. It's a little bit higher, but the screen is still rendered at full HD, like 1080p, and that's why the cursor is also like rendered at that size. So that's why it's like that small.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I'm gonna hop off, guys. Thanks very much.
Yeah, same. Thanks also, and hope everyone had a good time.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
hope everyone had a blast.
Yeah, nice.
I had
GG's.
fun.
Catch y'all
Right,
later,
right.
dudes.
See you.
Yeah. See ya.